There are many answers to that question.
Yeah.
There are so many. At first, I want to say not much longer, but at the same time, I want to say for always in my heart.
Mhm.
The light's hosting. I'm streaming.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, just shush, because I normally just let you guys ramble when I start streaming. Oh my god, I haven't run a game since last week. Jeez, that feels weird.
It's the early game ritual. It always starts with some random bullshit being said.
Yes, that is also true. Who is missing? Fuse and Garrett, right?
Mm-hmm.
The new guys, yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Fuse hasn't been there last week either.
Well, that's because we didn't ping him until like an hour or so after the fucking session
No,
started.
but even then it wasn't there. It was Garrett that showed up.
Yeah, Garrett.
Warping.
Warpig.
Warpig.
If Fuse doesn't show up this week, I'm kicking him out.
Mhm.
Because he hasn't messaged me, so.
Mhm.
Which is a bit of a shame.
The one guy that joined for one camp session, and that's it.
Mhm, yeah. For half a camp session even.
Mm-hmm. So, you return to camp, and you see the
yeah.
clans vehicles, and they are
Hey.
being they are being driven onto a number of carriers, large carriers. Same
Oh.
sort of carriers you originally saw when clans arrived in bulk, not yourselves.
Land aircraft carriers.
Can we keep them
No.
afterwards? Oh, come on.
Well, so the camp's packing up.
Clans
What
is
about-
it seems like clans is relocating.
That is always nice.
Mhm.
See new places, meet interesting people, shoot them and do their stuff.
So yeah, you return. You have 3 prisoners in town.
Yeah, 3 prisoners and a corpse, right?
And yes, corpse. Oh shoot! Wow, I forgot. Hello and welcome to Dark Heresy. Dark Heresy. Yes, this is Dark Heresy now. Welcome to Only War Verghast Crusade Clans. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Deadlight. Joined with me is Balto,
Who's playing Fate the Sniper?
Dio,
Hi.
who's playing someone who should not be hiding every possible moment.
He is playing Falcon, the hidden stormtrooper.
Yes.
Those dudes exist.
Yes.
I'm joined by Serene.
Ayo, playing Dragonfly.
I'm joined by
And
Greg.
people.
Hello, playing
Peoples.
Brismir, the medic.
And I'm joined by Tyr,
Hey, playing Hidden. Some guy.
the salty sniper.
On the Pico thing, Pico is MIA right now.
Yes.
Aww.
So yeah, you see the
Okay.
clans and the larger vehicles are, and the smaller vehicles are driving up into various carriers.
Mhm. Okay. One thing I want to find right away, even if they are currently picking up, is the black tanks, the coven of the black tanks. So our psycho detachment,
Mm-hmm.
because what we discovered in this space is going to be very interesting to them.
Do you mind if I just take the prisoners?
Yes?
Yes. Oh, why?
I would like, yeah, we can do that right now. I would like to discuss where we are taking those prisoners.
Not to Xavier.
I would say, since it is a pretty big discovery we made there, that both Xavier and Galen should learn of that. I would
Not
say,
Xavier altogether, I say.
Hmm?
He's gonna dissect them and create solution number 15. I can't give a shit about that. Like,
yes.
this is more important than Xavier.
I very much dread what Xavier could do with psychic Morlins. But I still think he should know about it.
Sure, tell him there's some fucking psychic Marlins over there, but you don't get any.
I mean, perhaps we
I would
should
say-
consider handing the Xenos over to our regiment's resident Xenos expert.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I thought as well.
What I would say, one living scientist and the corpse to Xavier, the other two scientists to Galen.
Why do you want to give things to Xavier? Give him the corpse if you really want. Actually, no, the corpse is probably the prime specimen. The corpse is the actual psyker, the others are the
Yes.
scientist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, how about we give the corpse to the Psychers, 2 of the scientists to Ava, and 1 of the scientists to Galen?
Nothing to Xavier. What the fuck, guys? Why do you guys want to give things to Xavier?
Do you want to give everything to Xavier because Xavier was his old character?
Yes.
I realize that.
That's sweet.
I'm
Yeah.
staying out of this.
Also, Xavier is sort of a clansman, at least honorable.
Okay. How about this? We give the corpse and one of the scientists to the psychos or whatever. We give one living to what was it, Galen?
Galen?
And one to Xavier, because apparently you guys really want to give things to Xavier for some reason.
We don't need to give a living. We don't need to give a living one to the Psychers.
Yeah, we give the corpse and a living one to the psychers so that they can, interrogate him and examine the corpse.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
But the corpse is the psychic active one. So
Yes.
we need. So who do you want to give a psychic active one to? The psychers, or
Yes.
to
Yeah.
the guy who can dissect its biology?
The psychers.
Yeah. We start giving it to the psychers to the Coven with the option to
I mean,
relocate it to Xavier once they are done with him.
not nothing against psychers, and totally nothing against people.
Hmm?
But do remember that psychers cause weird shit to happen, so the corpse could disappear.
Yes. When they're done, okay. We hand the corpse, trivium samples, crystal samples, and one of the living scientists to the Coven, with the option that they are, with greetings from Commodore Squad, are transferred to Xavier once zip cycles are done, and if there's anything left of them.
That's fine. What is Galen doing, by the way? Who is that guy?
That is the other Xeno expert.
Oh. Is he Clans?
No. He's Mechanicus. Rare.
Galen Fett is a Mechanicus
Yeah.
contact, but
That-
he is the one that you've helped somewhat. Xavier is the creepy tech priest who lives in a chimera that is technically clans.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No, I think my suggestion makes the most sense.
Hmm?
Well, I don't know about what you guys think, but
No,
You want my advice?
sure.
Oh, fuck it. Who gives a shit?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't give a shit who we give who to.
Your advice is feed them all to the Verghast.
Exactly. See, now you're thinking like a Scorn Warden.
Yeah.
Jackmaster.
Gagmaster Supreme, motherfuckers.
How do you whisper something to someone back?
It's /W space and then the name of the person you're whispering to, and it'll give you a drop-down list.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
I don't trust you.
This is legit the most not my problem I can be about this.
Can I do a perception check to see if Falcon is doing any weird shit?
Yeah.
You may. Okay. Cool.
I want to make this just because Falcon's been acting weird in character anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care too much, but you know, he's been acting weird
I
anyway.
am gonna keep my eye on all the Xenos, alive and dead.
Okay.
And if one of them like mysteriously disappear, I want to like grab them.
If they mysteriously disappear, I want to grab the mysteriously disappeared body.
I'm looking at them right now. Okay, if one of them starts like mysteriously disappearing, I want to immediately stop that.
One of them coughs uncomfortably.
This is this is the most perfect roll I could have rolled. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about the situation. Rolls
Yeah.
awareness, 96.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nobody
Let's-
cares, Steve's.
Let's immediately give these to those of who said. I don't trust Falcon at all on this. Actually, I don't know about Falcon. I don't trust Dio.
So,
The only thing I will say out of character is we have no reason to give a live scientist to the Coven.
Hmm?
That's the only bit of info I'm gonna chime in on. The rest I don't give a shit about.
Now, I've got
So-
a question. When you say crystal samples, you each took various samples.
We mean the red crystals. That
Yeah, yeah.
it's-
Like,
Yeah.
how many samples are you giving over and stuff?
that is something we have to figure out because I don't know how much everyone
we each
everyone
have
actually
one
has.
crystal. We each have one of those red crystals.
Well,
I
I
was
took
in the-
3.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I have 3.
People took
Okay.
like multiple. There was also the
Mm.
solution, the red solution, which I think multiple people took as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not handing that solution over. We have a guy in our group who can figure what's out in it. Maybe.
I would say we hand one sample of the
Took safe
solution to the Coven as well.
and took safe.
Okay.
Hmm?
I know. Why don't we do the solution crystals afterwards? Let's work out the corpses first.
Yeah, that is my suggestion.
You're gonna if you just like wander on like most of the other clansmen are, there's like a commissar just kind of like move along. Move along.
I
Yeah.
naturally as a commissar.
Mm. You naturally hide from the commissar.
This is fine.
Yeah, microbeat. Falcon, that one is on our side.
Sure.
I am just going to lazily lay on the back of my Sworniak as if I own the damn place and just slowly get carried along without a care in the world.
One of the Moradins is looking very oddly at Falcon, who is trying to hide in the top of the tech temple, just like on the ceiling of the tech temple.
Succeeding to hide on the top of the tech temple, or have you know?
No, you're like inside the roof, like clinging onto it like a cat.
Yeah.
Like literally on the roof of the tech temple, and the 3 Moradins is like sat there, one of them just looking at you, like,
Yeah.
how did we get captured
that's-
by these people?
Yeah. Does anyone have a better idea of transporting or dividing the corpses?
I love
Could
how
just
we're
cut the
already,
body in half.
I already love how we're discussing that they're already corpses.
Yeah, corpses.
I mean, 2 of them are.
I mean, the soon-to-be corpses.
Yes.
2 of them are.
I
You're
mean-
right about it.
The one given to Galen is not likely to survive either.
And the one
Because
given to
Galen
Zayna
hates
can only hope-
Xenos.
The one given to Zayna Zayna can only hope he becomes a corpse.
I think Galen doesn't hate Xenos per se. He just doesn't appreciate their lives, like most loyal Imperial citizens.
Yes.
Unless they're played by some
Semantics. Yeah.
He's rather interested in Xenos. He just doesn't care if they're alive or dead.
Yes.
Actually, no, he prefers them alive because then he can test like pain threshold and stuff. It's really hard to do that on a
Yeah.
corpse.
Yeah. Let's not discuss that because it's rather unnecessary if they are already corpses or soon to be corpses. But I would say we divide them up like that.
Isn't that what's her face from Firefly?
No
I'm
idea.
sorry.
Maybe.
It looks like
What
her.
are you talking about?
In clans, Dio posted what he was doing. I'm
Doesn't
pretty
look
sure
like-
It's from
Yeah.
the Firefly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
it's
is
from
River.
Firefly.
it is River. Firefly is amazing. I don't care what anyone says.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm pretty
I
sure
haven't watched it.
Firefly is widely regarded as being very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what space should be. Just the Wild West except in space.
Yeah.
You mean the verse?
Suppose.
Okay, now let's, if we can agree on that, let's go on to the next item in our loot list.
Well, okay, fair enough. So,
I mean, let's just give them to them. Like, what's going on? Like what did the tiger say?
yeah, so you go to the Coven, they nod, one of the more older ones is like, sorry for the loss of her. People.
Yes, it was a very unfortunate incident.
How can I help?
Combustion flame got him.
Yes.
The guy nods and like, yes, how can I help you?
We were sent to investigate what we believe to be a command base of the Tower Auxiliaries.
Mm-hmm.
When we reached it with the help of Swarm One Dragonfly's pets, we discovered it was instead a research post of some kind. In there, we discovered what we believe to be a psychic variant of those reptilian minions for the Morlin scientist forward. And those individuals which were doing research on them. We were hoping for your advice in dealing with those newfound psychic activities amongst our enemies.
And also for you guys to figure out how strong they are, and what their capabilities are, and so on. And this guy is a living scientist, well, living for now. You may do with him as you wish.
This guy, living sample A, was a scientist working on this psychic machinery, and this that sample B was the psychosay used in the machine.
The guy thinks for a moment. He's quite like he's clearly not like doing psychic stuff now. He's very aged. He has to lean on the walking stick as well. It is unfortunate the machine itself was not recovered, but I can understand. Priorities first. But
It was pretty large.
Falcon, didn't you take pictures?
Oh, I did.
when he wasn't, when he wasn't being punched.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, punching.
Sorry, yeah, I thought you were being tased most of the time.
I would say we had some pictures over at least. And
Copies of them.
That's fine.
copies of them, yes.
Yep, no, he takes those as well. He's like, this is most concerning, but I'll inform the right appropriate authorities.
Oh yeah, also we found a secret underground experimental lab by accident, so you know, just want to throw that
Yeah, I told him already.
I mean, look
Also-
how amazing we are at scouting. We even found an underground secret research base.
Were you under the impression that it was a command bunker?
we were sent to search a secret underground base.
We were
Yeah, and we
sent,
found
were
it.
sent to find the entrance to the secret underground base from above it.
And we made a newer entrance to the secret underground base from below. That was
Look, who uses the real door when you can make a new one? Come on, you gotta go in there all dramatic and shit.
yeah. That is probably not quite so interesting for the gentleman of the Coven.
He goes, okay,
for the
what,
ladies
do you
and-
want a medal or something?
I mean, it would be nice.
Very well.
Uh,
He goes in, comes back out, and it's like an old bottle cap on like a bit of string, and he just
Yeah.
like pins it to the first person that's near him. Congratulations, here's your medal.
Probably Falcon.
Boop.
I
Yes.
like bound
Um,
great honor or something.
yeah.
Probably is actually. But anyway, no.
yeah. I will, of the stuff I recovered, put on one vial of the red solution and the red crystal
Mhm.
on the table. Those seem to be the most important materials used in the psychic machine. I didn't yet have the time to properly investigate them in what they are, their components and such, but they seem to be the core parts.
Interesting. Most interesting.
I'll put up 2 more of the glowing crystals.
Okay, so for reference, that's like a living scientist. So that's 3 crystals in 1 solution from the 4 of you? 5 of you? 4, 5.
Yes.
Okay. He's certainly taken aback by the crystals and the solution, especially when he like picks it up, looks at it.
Yeah. Johannes, is everything all right?
Yes.
I already reached for my medkit and diagnosed them.
No, it's nothing. It's just the way it reacts. Yeah. But, you know, he seems quite concerned isn't the right word, but he's quite. Yeah, he's taken aback, but he's not like wounded or anything.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay. Yeah, he's certainly interested. Those of you with 3 crystals, I believe that's both Tyr and Hayden. No,
That's
Hayden and Brisimir. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, my brain switched off. You noticed that while you took 3, you now only have 2.
what?
I took 4.
You only have 3 now.
What about Falcon? Get over here.
Yeah. Hand those back.
Come back here. Give them back.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The crystals.
And as far as I'm aware, you have no reason to suspect me.
They went suddenly missing. Who besides you would we suspect?
Have you met you?
We probably can't prove it right away, but
I don't know. Maybe they just degrade. I'm missing one too.
I don't believe you. Falcon, I don't appreciate you stealing my things.
That's a scrutiny. That is one big scrutiny.
Yeah.
Stop lying to me, you piece of shit. Nothing
I mean,
escapes my sights.
I mean, if Deer is lying, he can GM roll me as deceive. That way you guys can't tell if he's lying.
Yeah.
Stop your lying, you piece of shit. Nothing escapes my sights.
Not quite as good.
And then somehow he's like, no, and like one of the crystals falls out of his pocket.
Okay.
Hold on.
Side.
Hold on. Nothing
Are you
happened.
feeling this?
I Dragonfly clicks her tongue and Rosie perks
There you
up,
go.
and I look exactly at Falcon. It's like, return the damn things.
What is that roll?
Yeah. What is what roll?
Let me have a look at Dia's character sheet.
I'm about to give Harrison the paralytic spit.
I mean, well, most of you don't suspect him. Dragonfly does.
Yeah.
After
We
he just
suspect him, we just cannot prove him.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Dragonfly's got the distinct feeling that he is lying. The rest of you don't. You can't tell.
Dragonfly
Yeah.
just sits up, clicks her tongue. Rosie, the little guard dog, perks up, and I look straight at Falcon like, "So, you're really shit at fucking lying." I've seen
Falcon,
tech race a lot better.
Yeah.
Falcon gives me a response.
Falcon,
And the crystals?
we can work that out as a squad. Just try not to be an asshole about it.
You can't just disappear in a circle.
if you really need more mutations, we can probably arrange something. But
I just
seriously.
swirl the camo cloak around and like dive into a doorway or something.
Okay, so Falcon looks around and dives into the actual black tanks. There are a number of psychers all just looking at you like blink, 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 blink. A
I
lot
throw a
of
frag grenade at them.
what?
I throw a frag grenade at them.
You throw a frag grenade into the black
Why?
tank.
No, please don't.
The tank that is full of psychers.
Yeah,
I will. Falcon, come back.
no, don't.
A frag grenade that will almost certainly be harmless to me, but extremely deadly to all the psychers inside of the tank.
Yeah,
It's gonna stun you.
Deadly to you.
It's gonna stun you,
Frag
and I
grenades
will
don't
come.
have. Oh wait, they do have compressor. That's a fair point.
guys, let's not attack our allies.
The
You
elder.
have no reason. Okay.
The elder outside says, "Please come out of my tank before one of my juniors decides to use you as a test subject."
Yes, please.
Fine.
I literally grab Falcon by the what's it called, by the back of his cloak and pull him out.
I imagine he's on the floor, like pawing at the floor, trying to grab on something.
Yes.
Like a cat.
Yes.
All right. Fine.
Okay.
I'll give 2 crystals back.
All of them.
I fish out another crystal and like belatedly give it to you.
Is that everybody's? Because I'm
Okay,
taking
look, Falcon. You keep this one. I'll give the one back to him. If you promise to like stop stealing from us in the future, like not steal from us.
Yeah.
So
Is that a deal?
Fine.
Also,
Did you take-
Falcon,
did
next
take
time
any
you
of
steal
the
from
soldiers?
me, I will have Globe bite you. I will also have Rosie bite you. I don't think you want to be a potato on the floor burning.
I would not like that. No.
But I give you.
So
I return to you one of the crystals.
Yeah.
What-
As you. As he's like going to hand the crystal back, he's like trying to steal another one. It's really obvious this time.
yeah, I think at this point Sharik just walks up and licks his face, and basically steps on his hands.
So yeah, Falcon is now pinned to the floor with a giant lizard on top.
So, Gray, where is the paralytic venom rule? Per se?
That is Hammer of the Emperor.
Hammer the Emperor.
Hammer.
Yeah, it would be under the mount stuff.
Thank you. I have it already pulled up. I will get to you in a moment.
Okay, Falcon. Now, once we are out of the black tanks, please tell me what your plans with those crystals were.
What do you mean?
Why the fuck did you steal those crystals from us?
You just wanted
They
to trim
look
them.
valuable.
Yes.
Hmm.
They are
Sorry, go ahead.
valuable to all of us.
Yes.
And what would
And-
you have done with them?
Fuck. Yes, you fully understand that you're being about it and do it anyway. At least you're honest about that part.
Yes.
So they are valuable. Who did you wanted to trade them with? Someone, or
I
are you just hoarding stuff now.
He's hoarding stuff.
What do you mean just now? I've always
No,
been
no.
hoarding stuff.
Are you not
think I
just now? Are you just hoarding stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
I take out a chocolate and eat it.
I mean, I did understand when you stole the food because our rations are pretty crap. Besides what we can actually make ourselves, and I don't think we can make chocolate or lobsters. Anyways,
You could
Well-
probably make chocolate.
I've heard about these crabs. I'm joking.
yeah, and let's not cook data.
Mostly because he's a machine.
Yes, exactly.
The tasty oily bits.
Yeah.
I just want to
Mhm.
highlight we
Just-
spent half an hour on a 5-minute encounter.
This
Yeah.
is fine.
Huh?
Yeah, let's move
Yeah.
on, I think.
Yeah.
That's what makes Warhammer and stuff like that great.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, the next one I want to visit is Galen,
Get it?
and
Yeah.
I would like to visit Galen without Falcon, because Falcon gets us kicked out right away.
I'm down with this.
I'm sorry, but you are quite obviously a mutant, and
I'm
that
not.
means we would immediately fall to get out, or I shoot you with.
Hey, I'm not
Okay.
obviously mutant. As long
Your
as I-
eyes are glowing.
Yeah, but that's not obvious, and I've also got bloody goggles, like night vision ones.
Yeah.
He is a medicus, whatever because he probably has Auspex, high-powered diagnoser Auspex installed over his door.
All right, fine.
You, how about you head to the snake pits for a moment and get drunk while we talk?
And do
to
honourable,
the-
surprise honourable commerce.
Yes,
Sure.
exactly.
That's probably
Also,
a
I
really
just
bad
realised
place to head.
Balsu has, like, exploded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering if anybody would notice.
How long has it been exploded?
Just now.
Yeah, he has. What did he get?
I just didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see if anybody would notice right
Yeah,
away.
no,
I mean, it's kind of
noticed,
important
but
for
we
me
were
to know
talking
if he's
over each
disappeared
other.
like that.
Well, I was gonna say
Welcome
something. It's
back.
just like I wanted to see if anybody said anything right away.
I was about to say something, but we were everyone else was talking over each other again.
There you go.
Anyways,
Okay, so we'll do Balsu's encounter first. Not Balsu.
Tails.
No, it is
Balsu?
Balsu.
Galen?
Galen. I was trying to name your character great, and my brain decided to switch off halfway through.
Brismir.
Brizamir, that's the one.
Okay, so I have the what is it? The scientist,
Mhm.
and eventually some of the crystals and solution.
Yep, no, you walk in. You've got the scientist in tow. He looks quite curious at you, like, huh. Greetings, Guardsman.
Salutations. I'm from the. I'm a clansman of the 7 clans of Scoria. We were sent to investigate what we believe to be a command base of the Xenos. We found it was a research base instead, and managed to recover one of the scientists there alive, and the test subject dead. I did hunt the test subject as it turned out to be psychic active to the psychers of the clans, and would honor your craft by leaving this creature in your care.
Okay, first off, Galen turns around. Thank you, very interesting. He then turns to the Sorangak and goes, "Is this part of the deal? Because I don't know why this is inside.
No.
Why is this in my lap?"
everywhere? It goes everywhere I go because if I leave it, it will actually eat a guardsman.
Okay, then can you stand outside?
I mean,
No,
I have.
our mounts are not part of the trade. They are almost part of the. They are part of the clans.
They're actually better than just regular guardsmen. With that,
That's
Dragonfly
your
clicks her
opinion.
fingers, and they move outside.
Yeah.
If he had a Mechadendrite, he would be grabbing a broom and sweeping you with it.
I assume this happens a lot anyway.
He probably has disinfectant servitor.
Yes, like several servitors with brooms try and sweep you out the room.
Yeah.
Just glowing drool all over the floor.
Only this Morlin is part of the deal.
Very well. He takes them all in.
Eventually, I could add some of the materials they used, if that is of interest to you.
He shakes his head.
It might.
Yeah, he shakes his head. No, not particularly. Well, I suppose a sample or two might be interesting to see how it interacts with various subjects, but
Yeah.
it's not my area of expertise.
Yeah. Okay. If he doesn't want it, then
Yeah.
I'll not push the issue.
I mean, he'll take one crystal, but he doesn't take anything else.
Okay. No. Yeah. I'm holding up the solution that
Oh,
was.
then he'll take this. Like, he'll take a sample off you. He doesn't care what.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It might be some sort of mutagen or something similar they used. What one? Yeah. Okay. I'll hand over one crystal and one vial.
Just one crystal doesn't want to die.
No,
Just
he'll take whatever you offer first. He doesn't
Yeah.
care
Okay.
of. Like, he's not particularly interested in it.
Okay, yeah. Then, okay, if he doesn't seem particularly interested in the stuff, then I'll just... Then I will not trouble you with that and basically put it back away.
Okay, fine.
We weren't able to capture any more of these. No Terrians, I'm afraid. Only a couple of these guys.
I'm sorry?
There is only one here currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you said, we delivered
I
one
mean,
to the...
I told him I've handed another one and the test subject to the...
I know, I'm talking to him.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, very well. Black ships. Oh, that's your regiment's psychic division. Very, very well. That makes sense.
Black tanks.
No, thanks. Well, I'd be interested in any live subjects. Psychers tend to be problematic to store.
Subpsycho is bad.
Oh well.
Yeah. Anyways, that would be all from my side.
And yes, dear, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I will just leave at this point because I'm not quite comfortable around members of the Mechanicus.
That's
No,
fine.
really are.
He'll take the prisoner and hand you a new set of cuffs, moral designation.
Okay. Yes, if we find more of this sort.
He has asked you for Telarians and Merlins.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now we're going to cut to Falcon, who instead of going to the snake pits like he was told, decides to go to Xavier.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Somehow
Without-
Xavier had, despite the fact you're kind of in transports, Xavier has managed to find a dark corner to hide himself in.
Yeah. He does that all the time. I at some point I believe he created a technology that just creates dark corners wherever he goes.
Dark corner in the middle of an open field, in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Something like that.
It is
No.
something Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but no, if you're gonna
No, it was a small anecdote.
go for it then.
It's way back in Dungeons & Dragons 2.5, you have the Hallow and Unhallow spells. My character was a innkeeper who could cast Unhallow, who used it on his inn to use it to create shadier corners, because that's what the spell does. It creates shadowy corners.
Fun.
So the inn was called the Seedy Acorn. 50% more shadowy corners.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Did Falcon take anything or anyone with him?
Well, he took what he took, but I don't think he took anyone with him.
Well, I wanted to go to Xavier because I was suggesting to...
Wait, didn't he more ships on us?
Yeah.
No, as far as I'm aware, he didn't manage to steal anything else.
No, I've just got what's on me.
Yeah, like when you left the black ships, he went to Xavier as opposed to the snake pits.
Yeah, okay.
So unless anyone was directly following him to go into the snake pits and then found out they're not.
No, I will probably have followed along with Prismer for a bit and then just veered off towards Xavier.
Okay. So yeah, Xavier is in a new tight corner. This one, actually, yeah, let's say it's in the new camp. Actually, yeah, no, let's do the new camp bit first, because I was hoping you guys would do stuff while on transport, but you decided to, like, wanted to do all the context.
This is while on transport.
Yeah. I mean,
Fet wouldn't have been on transport.
No, right.
yeah.
Like,
then-
transport is you're on a ship, and you have access to only clansmen.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So, seeing as you want to talk to Fet, I should probably set the scene of it. Your new location you go to is not... this is a much, much bigger Imperial camp. Unlike the last one, which was quite small, this one seems to be around a large spaceport. While a lot of the buildings have been damaged on some levels, a lot more prehabs have been installed. There is also just a lot more guardsmen here as well. Talking to anyone, you are informed that this is Port Redemption.
Is there anywhere that is not buildings that we could just doze our shit onto?
Yeah, there's space around the outside of the spaceport. A lot of the space, like a number of buildings, are being teared down so that prehabs can be installed. Because this area seems to have taken a lot of fire, more so than just an Imperial bombardment. Like, so a lot of it has to be leveled down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine that the clans are just setting up like a camp city.
You know, there are a few regiments that are a bit like that. You can see nearby there's... You're probably kind of like on the outskirts of the main camp, where like the Imperial Guard are actually based, like scattered around the main camp. Sort of acting as a perimeter for it. You can see not too far away there is another one which seems to be a mix of random prehabs from various regiments and tents and shuttles. Like, there are a number of shuttles that have seemed to have been converted into housing or tents.
Would we recognize their symbols?
No.
Or
Oh,
would
you
it
can give me
be
a common law.
info-
You can give me a common law Imperial Guard if you like.
I don't have that.
I do.
Come on, more Imperial Guards?
Hmm?
I don't understand shit.
Oh,
Okay.
clearly these are...
Yeah, you heard. One of the other two of you dislike her. Faye, you heard a rumor of a regiment that's recently arrived that was scrapped off the Imperial records due to being lost in warp.
Oh.
The Amu Hell Legion. You suspect that might be their camp. They are a Rough Rider regiment that are on. What you've heard are birds, apparently.
And
Shit.
Okay.
Who the hell
Shit,
rides
man.
on birds?
Yeah.
There's only one out. It's got 4 legs and a tough scaly hide.
Yes. Well,
Idiot.
to each their own. Maybe their world was even more screwed up than Scoria, and they couldn't even save decent mounts.
Dragonfly kind of muses for a moment. It's like, maybe their birds could be useful.
As you're looking at camp,
Maybe their birds are tasty at least.
as you're looking at Okay.
It would be rude to assume that. I mean, what if they... Go ahead then.
I think you finished, and then I try and talk.
Guys, we do it all the time.
I mean, you have to remember there is a delay deadline, so they won't actually have heard you started talking when they start talking.
No, this is the thing. I think he's finished because he pauses for a moment and then talks again.
Yeah, I sometimes have to pause to recollect my thoughts.
This is fine.
Okay.
But as you're looking at the Imperial camp, you see another mount. This one appears to be a flying horse.
What?
Okay.
Now, the thing I was about to say about never assume that another regiment's mounts could be good for our mounts for food, that one is totally just food.
There seems to be a nice and shiny armor on top of it.
That also looks like perfect food.
Like, shiny
is it a
armor.
Valkrusty?
Um,
We've seen Valkrusty before.
yes, it does appear to be Valkrusty.
Okay.
Dragonfly is more interested on the
I have a
game.
Blacklist as my companion.
He says something in High Gothic, and then salutes.
I give him a flask of booze.
He happily accepts it and drinks it. And then hands you back an empty flask.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. If they want to ride inferior mounts, they are welcome to do so.
Yes. We will just have to change the ways.
It's well, it's not our problem if they have chickens or vultures.
Don't worry, guys. I'll go check them out in a bit. If their animals are any worth their salt, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will trust your judgment on that one.
So yeah, so Falcon goes to find Xavier.
Same.
Xavier has managed to find himself a abandoned underpass, like a dugout tunnel.
Ooh, creepy.
Yes. As you approach, the start of the underpass is actually fenced off, but the fence is like battered and a bit rusty. You're pretty sure there's a skeleton hanging off it.
Yeah.
In the
Is
tunnel.
is that
I'll help the fence.
is there the sign I linked in the memory?
Please
Yes.
do not.
Please do. Yeah, you hop the fence and you hear lots of clinking. Clink, 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 clink. As you move through, you realise that the underpass is now full of hundreds and hundreds of chains hanging down from various heights.
That seems somewhat unnecessary.
It does.
Also, where did they all come from? I just comment out loud as I'm walking through.
He seems to have settled in nicely.
For a moment, you look around. You hear a ch as though someone's moving through the chains, but as you look around, you see nothing but the ripple of chains.
Do we see some scribes hanging off of them?
No. You don't because you're not even there.
We were heading there. We were planning to head there with the last Morland.
Yes, but
If Xavier hasn't
You're
taken
aiming
me.
with the other guy.
yeah, but Falcon went off when you went to go to see Fett.
Okay.
Falcon went off to actually straight to Xavier,
Okay.
as opposed to waiting for the rest of the party.
Mhm.
Why did you leave him on your own?
Like I said, I went after him after a while.
Oh, okay.
I went to Xavier. So I would arrive a bit
A while
that much later.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
arrive a few minutes later, probably. Mostly
So I
followed by the
will, walk in.
You walk to the back, you see the Chimera, the green glow. You set up some work tables now. Scattered around are
Is there
the
anything
various
on
remain.
them?
Huh?
Is there anything on them?
Various animals,
Okay.
in stages of dissection. There are a number of jars as well for pickling parts. An uncomfortably large number of jars.
I look around. Does anyone seem to be home?
It does not seem like anyone is currently home.
I will knock on the side of the Chimera.
You hear in
Loudly.
your ear, yes. Yes.
Am I startled by this?
Are you paranoid?
I am.
Yes.
Wait, I am startled or I'm not?
You are.
Wait, because I'm paranoid.
Well, you're more startled because you're paranoid.
Surely I should have been expecting it if I were paranoid.
Roll awareness if you had a feeling that there was something there.
roll awareness.
Nope.
You
Alright,
were
so
not
yeah, I
expecting-
jump back and it's like... Emperor, damn it man, how do you do that?
With great skill. And lots of practice. He
Well,
was
speaking of-
he was literally leaning in your ear.
Yeah, speaking of great skill and lots of practice, whatever you did to me
Hmm.
when we were last in camp
Mm-hmm.
did have the desired effect, but also something else.
Oh?
And I have to say, I'm generally not terribly happy about things reaching into my head and yanking me out of my body, alright?
Hmm.
Now, I don't mean to sound ungrateful, because the extra toughness is quite nice, but... And then I take out a small bag and put it on a table. I would like you to either fix whatever the hell is going on in my head, or let me control it.
Now, I did say there would be some side effects, and you agreed wholeheartedly to such side effects. If you want me to
which is why
address...
I've also got these, and I plunk the bag in front of him.
Yes, he will open the bag and look inside. What is inside the bag?
It is a pile of crystals. Most of the stuff I pulled out of the inside of the tank. The helmet, if I could get away with it.
You didn't get away with it.
And if not, some of the vials are liquid as well.
You didn't recover any of the vials of liquid.
Didn't I? Alright, okay. Just the crystals.
Every vials of liquid you tried to recover, you blew up.
Oh, yeah.
Because as soon as you touched it, you caused perils, which then caused the guy to blow yourself up with the jetpack. Which you very smartly strapped to your chest.
I didn't strap it to my chest.
Well, you left on yourself.
Yeah.
So, just leave.
I think it was people.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh.
For some reason my connection's not liking the server right now.
I'll
So
change
whatever-
the server location.
Those bloody Xenos did to me, they used these.
He picks one up and examines it, turning over repeatedly in his chest. There's a clearly a larger one, which is much more refined. Most of the samples are just small crystals, like irrational shapes and such. The large one is actually refined and cut. It's the primary one for the tank.
Okay.
He turns it over and goes, interesting. I would have to do some testing first, but unfortunately I have a little bit of a problem.
Oh?
Yes, I recently was experimenting on a willing volunteer of the Scribus Corps.
Okay.
Um,
I'm not even going to ask how willing or even necessarily volunteered they were, or by whom, but okay.
he makes it. You get the impression that if he could smile, he would be. Meanwhile, while he's in two of his hand arms split apart, so two of them are still messing with the crystals, while the other two continue to be go back to the evil. I'm going to flex my fingers together sort of thing. I just like that. Oh no. If you were able to deal with this subject, I would be most willing.
Alright. So, I, or someone, takes care of the subject, hand you the crystals, and you'll try and do something about the head thing, right? Just tap my head.
I will see what I can do.
Alright, and don't mention this to the other members of my squad, please. I don't think... They already think I'm nuts, but I'd rather not have them think I'm nuts and also something else.
Clans have squads. I was unaware of this concept before.
Yeah, I don't know, like...
I thought it was
Right.
just whoever decided to not run away from you at the time.
Yeah, I mean, how about just no one from clans?
Very
And then
well.
I take out a small bottle of Pitfire. So there's this in it for you.
He nods. Very well.
Okay.
Be around this time that chains would be wrinkling outside.
Yep. Faye walks up.
Oh, hey, Faye.
Hi. So you're already here. Good.
Just for reference, Xavier hasn't hidden the massive crystal he's got in his hands, like turning it over. Like the
Oh,
massive red glowing crystal.
I was actually here to give some crystals as well, so I'm not really surprised. Knowing that Falcon was stealing those before, not really surprised. Ah, you already gave some. Good. Because I would also like to deliver some samples.
Oh, and what do you require in exchange? Or are you just being kind to me?
Well, it always pays to be kind to fellow classmen.
Especially when it's incredibly creepy.
Yes!
Mm.
Especially because it's creepy and it might kind of save my life in the future that he doesn't really dissect me as soon as he sees me.
You take-
No, but I was also bringing some of these files of Red Solution because I've heard that you gave some, what was called Solution number 5 to some people.
Ah, yes, solution number 5. Now, if I remember correctly, that is the one you people describe as the glowy glowy blue one. Apparently, I can't talk anymore. 1 second. Beep. There we go. Let me just fix my voice box.
Just rips out his vocal cords and puts new ones in. There
Yeah.
we go.
Like, but they're still like organic ones as well. He's just like
That would
doing
not
open
wait.
surgery to himself, like in front of you. But yes, solution number 5.
So I just thought I don't want to know what Solution number 5 was. I just thought since he makes some solutions, he would be interested in this kind of stuff. Recovered from the Tau Auxiliary base near the mountain range before we left.
Usually people are more interested in solution number 4. Mostly those people at the pit snake or snake fighter or whatever it's called. I have no time for it.
Yes.
They're usually interested in solution number 4. I believe they use it in some cocktail or something. Blazing Night or Nighty Glory or... I don't pay them much
Oh,
attention.
yes. I've had some of that.
But yes, they on occasion takes the more stable solutions, such as solution number 5. Would you... He looks... How many are you giving him, out of curiosity? Or you...
I'm giving all my 2 crystals, at least both were an inch thick or long, and my 3 vials of Red Solution.
He takes them. One of his mechadendrites comes around and collects them all and sets it on a table where there's a small bag which seems to be open and full of red crystals. He goes, very well. You would like some solution number 5?
Sure. I'll try it, because I've heard many wonderful things about your solutions.
He nods, goes into the Chimera, comes back a few moments later. He's still flexing with that red crystal for some reason. Seems quite interested in its own way. He hands you a largish bottle and a small shot glass. Only take 1 shot at a time. If you take more than once in 24 hours, you will die.
Alright.
Is it? No, 25 hours, sorry. Not 24.
Oh, that 1 extra hour. That's gonna kick your ass in the morning. You're gonna pass out. You're gonna be like, wake up. I could use another shot. Take a drink. Boom, dead.
Yeah, pretty
Extra hour
much.
That always gets you.
It's like those medicine. Yes, you need to take this every day at the same time.
Mhm.
But you can't, because it needs 25 hours in between.
But yes,
So one glass per day. About every 25 hours.
yes. 1 single shot glass within a 25-hour period. Any more and you will die.
Thank you for the warning.
People get for some reason, people dislike it when you don't give the appropriate warnings. Especially if they're dead.
How many have died in this?
Well, I had to work out at least 25. I had to test it once every hour. I mean, there's no other way to work out how exactly long between shots you need to take it, unless someone dies in that time.
I meant
Yes,
after the testing.
Oh, only 3 or 4 dozen.
100.
Then no.
Not that. As far as I'm aware, not that many. I imagine a few from the snake pits, but then I don't care if they're not on my property and it's not my responsibility.
Well, so our last question for us. Many questions. What exactly does solution number 5 do?
Alters your reality of the world.
Excellent. Well, I think I put a bit in.
You will either see everything perfectly, or you will not see anything at all.
For 25 hours or permanently?
I
As I start drinking it.
you take a shot of it.
Yes.
I forgot how long it actually lasts.
It was a while.
I think it's like
Yeah.
5 hours or something like that.
Any character who consumes the solution for 1 hour minus 5 minutes per 12 point. Dear, sometimes you you write really weird things.
Yeah.
Just like the way you've written how long this affects you. But yeah. So you cannot take logic anymore for the next hour.
Okay.
And every time you do a test, you must roll a 1d10. On the 1 or a 5, you get a plus 40 bonus. On the roll of a 6 to 10, you get a minus 40 bonus.
Okay.
And there's some other... the plus 40 bonus can go over the usual 60 limit, and the minus 40 can go below the normal minus 60 limit.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I would imagine by that time the chains rustle again.
if you've taken a shot, you look back, and it is literally like an upside-down sea of chains.
Yeah. It's like what is it called? A kelp field. Metallic clinking kelp field. It's growing.
No,
from-
he's actually seeing it like a sea, like the chains are making waves, but upside down on the ceiling.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a little metallic spray coming off it.
Yeah,
Mm.
You can,
but
you can hear like
each
Yeah.
little
robot
spray is like
signals.
tiny little chain links.
Well. Magus Canator Atropus, are you home?
You see, you see Faye. Her eyes have gone the size of her pupils. No, like all you can see is the black of her eyes. They've gone that wide.
Yeah.
I'm not here, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
I just facepalm. Of course you would.
He like Faye's holding a large blue bottle that's
Yeah.
glowing.
And Falcon is still hanging around there as well, I guess? Yeah.
I imagine.
Okay, yeah. Of course you would. I drag the Moreland scientist into view. I come bringing gifts for you.
Ooh. He like half move, like you don't see him walk per se, but he kind of just floats over very, very quickly. Like one moment he's standing next to like Faye who's tripping out and Falcon who's like, I'm not sure what to be doing anymore. And the next moment he's right next to you. And he's like, ooh.
Yes. This individual was doing research on psychically active Morlands.
Interesting. He like grabs the subject by like the face, like underneath the chin, lifts them up, looking in his eyes. A little peaky. Seems to be upset by something. Drops him back to the floor, like crumples to the ground. Very well.
Yes.
Um,
I can't imagine by what.
He'll take the chain off you. He's still, by the way, holding that red crystal, that large red crystal.
I give Falcon a short but intense glare.
You also see, like, there's several crystals and solutions on the desk.
Okay.
Far more than, like, you're fully aware
yeah.
Falcon did not get any of the solutions. So,
Yeah.
he will take the prisoner by the chain and, like, lead him away into the Chimera. There's a tss, tss, and he scurries out. And do you have anything else for me?
I was about to add some of the crystals and solutions, but I see my comrades already provided you with that.
Was he given any solutions?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
I believe 3 solutions and 2 crystals by Faye.
Yes.
And the large refined crystal, as well as several small samples by Falcon.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have more of that, but it seems you have plenty of samples already.
I'm not against more samples.
Yes. I would also consider to do my own research on it.
Oh, very well. He finally sets the crystal down on the desk.
I would, of course, inform you of my humble findings. And I would implore you to share your findings with, at least with me, and possibly with the Coven.
Very well, I will share my findings with yourself or the prisoner. He gestures back, like loosely gestures behind him with one of his forearms. In a uncomfortably organic for a clearly metallic arm.
Yeah. We also did deliver that Psyker and another of those scientists to the Coven. You might be able to pick up whatever they have left, they leave over after their research with them.
One hand goes up and strokes his chin. I suppose I can try and recover something from them. Very well. Was there anything else? Yeah, that's one. Me.
Dragonfly is just too busy just sitting on her sworn gack and petting Globe. Just not even paying attention.
Have you made any interesting findings within this area, or you would be ready to share with an admirer?
In what area? Sorry.
In the area of the biologists, research, medicine, maybe beasts.
I have made many interesting discoveries in my time, both as a guardsman and later as a biologist. Yes. Was there something you were particularly after? Perhaps how you can surgically implant parts of Surangak into humans? That one was always quite fun.
That does sound...
Dragonfly perks up.
That does sound indeed interesting.
Just for reference, Faye, you see the other... Well, Dragonfly is currently riding her Surangak. You actually see her Surangak riding Dragonfly.
Oh.
Not in that way, though. Don't think.
Are you sure Faye is literally tripping pins right now? So she sees whatever she wants to see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Was there something you were particularly after?
I'm mainly this group's medical, so anything that could help me with that craft would be highly appreciated.
I suppose I could compose some sort of short book on basic field surgeries and field dissections. Haven't done one of those in quite a while. Perhaps I will have to go out. That unusual subject back on the ship was most interesting.
Oh?
Yes, they were a some sort of human xeno hybrid. Highly regenerative, actually. Even in the mere minutes which I did the surgery itself, they had already started reknitting the tendons to their arms and legs after I'd cut them. It was a very interesting.
Fascinating.
It is. Unfortunately, I have no more samples of that. The Inquisition, so nosy, so demanding.
That was not on this planet, right?
No, no.
Oh, yeah.
If it was this planet, I would have gone back and got some more samples, even if the Inquisition required me to do it.
Without any doubt.
So, you said something about Sforniaks and people, right?
Hmm.
Tell me more.
Are you aware of a guardsman by the name of Wide Eye?
I think I've heard of him.
I heard of him, yes.
Yes, he
I've
was
also heard of another one who had the scales of a Sforniak and like
that was
an eye.
Malt. I think he did that repeatedly, actually.
Yeah, I'm specifically talking about Cadence, my old heavy gunner.
Yeah, yes, I have. It's easily to surgically graft the scales to a human. It's much harder to do something like the digestive system of a Sforngak, or the eyes of a Sforngak, or the senses of a Sforngak. Why'd I never really appreciated that tongue?
Count me as interested when I don't care for the scales. I mean, they're helpful, but if I'm getting shot, I probably have done something wrong. I'm much more interested in senses. They are so acute to everything. You can't walk up on them without them knowing or them wanting to.
Yes, if I had a Sforngak's tongue, I would be able to do it. I would need to be fresh. Ideally within the hour of death, but...
I'm a Sworn Warden. There are many Sforniaks that aren't going to make it throughout the year. It's just the way it is in nature.
He goes into his chimera and brings out a tube. It's It's got two large mechanical ends at the end, and it's like frosted. He opens it. It's half glass, half metal. He opens it, and like mist pours out. It's a cryo storage tube. If you were to get a sample you wish installed in yourself, bring it to me and with some Amisec. Ideally, the higher the better. And I shall...
Pitfire do?
Perhaps, depending on the amount.
Okay, I can make this work. Dragonfly will take the frosted glass, like he will be seeing from me shortly.
The tube, yeah, he'll hand it to you. Pitfire. That's a new one, if I remember correctly, is it not?
Yes, it's of my design.
I will hand him like a little bit that I still have left. I haven't refilled my stock, I've just got like a little bit of a canteen left.
He like this at the canteen, opens it, drinks it, hands it back, it's now empty.
This is fun.
Very interesting.
This was that was the good quality one.
Yeah, no, it's I know Pitfire.
Well, we've made two batches, one that's normal and one that's good.
No, we just made less of with the second batch.
Was that it?
It's the same quality.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, you make Pitfire at the same quality. You'd have to do something different to make a different quality Amisec. It was just you didn't make as much the second time. You only made one.
My
barrel.
bad.
Yeah.
I thought one was just slightly lower quality than the other.
Is that the one that's saliva I'm tasting? How curious. Yes, some of that would do. Most willingly.
This is fine by me. I must come closer to understanding them if I am to truly do my job correctly.
Perhaps we can help each other out.
Indeed. As long as I don't become so grossly misconfigured I get executed, I'm fine.
He smiles. No, 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 no. You are brewers, and I am a connoisseur of amasec, of all kinds. There is an old brewery at the very outskirts of the camp, Port Redemption. It has not been properly cleared as far as I'm aware. Perhaps you would be able to find some equipment there. While you are there, you can acquire me an item I desire.
Oh, what would that be?
Name your boon.
I don't know, because I just made this up on the spot.
Yes,
Just
I just hand him an empty data slate. We probably wouldn't know the proper name for it anyways, even if you name it. Could we maybe have a design of it?
Yes, I can do that for you. And he takes the data. He takes the data slates. He his hand splits apart, and it starts scrolling all over the picture. No, not over the data slate. He hands it back, and he's drawn a schematic of several. Yeah, he's drawn some schematics of stuff, which I will later decide on what it actually is.
Yeah.
It might be a creature, but yes. Bring me that, and we'll call it even for this information, shall we say?
That would be.
I'm sure there are plenty of parts for a able-bodied clan squad to acquire.
Yes.
And if on the way I happen to get some toxic venom from one of my guard dogs, I'll also slip it in for you, just as a thank you.
Very
Might
well.
find some use for it.
Very well. I always find samples from the various Verghast interesting. Not as interesting as new subjects and items. He gestures to the crystals on the table, but interesting nonetheless.
With everything that Dragonfly is really interested in out of the way, just kind of goes back to lazing about. Leans back on on Spike, the regular Sporniak, kind of at the lounge chair, one leg kicking.
I just realized that Dragonfly is very much acting like a sperm guy.
Yeah.
If there's not anything to eat or fight around, she just relaxes and doesn't care.
Yeah, if there's anything that piques her interest, she just probably doesn't give a shit.
For reference
Hence why
now, Faye is now seeing Dragonfly as a giant dragonfly.
Look, we need to create the blood dragons from Far Cry. Things that shoot lasers from their eyes and glow neon colors.
This is fine. This is fine. I accept this, but not now. Baby steps.
Yeah.
Great leaps.
I look at the ball in my hands of the solution number 5, and then at my flask. Solution number 5, and Pitfire.
You could, but you might want to wait for the effects of the current the current solution number 5 to wear off, because it might still kill you.
No. It's it's not for me to drink. It's what if we, in those moments where you're high, if you take a knife, you take a fork, and you mash them together, make it a snork or something.
You take a fork and a spoon, and that makes a spork.
Yeah.
You take a crab and a knife, you get the most deadly combatant ever known.
Oh gosh.
It sounds like something that should be green.
Of course it is green. But yes, is there anything else you want to say here? He's kind of just standing there watching the party.
No, not right now.
You get the impression he kind of looks like a hungry animal.
Yes.
Now looking at the party. Faye tripping out. Falcon kind of awkwardly shuffling.
We will return with your salvage and interesting samples if we find any. But now, Svenwan, would you mind herding this rogue troop of clansmen back to our tech temple?
Oh yeah, sure. Spike, pick up Faye. Don't eat him. With that, since all my animals are trained basically as well as guardsmen, I'm pretty sure he just drags them out.
Yeah. So basically, we round up Falcon and Faye and leave the tech priest to his own devices.
Faye is just shouting Norks repeatedly. They exist! Kenny! Norks! Norks!
Orcs.
Why do I have a feeling that's like the nerdy fucking orcs?
Yeah.
You got like orc snipers and all that whatnot, and then you got the nerds. They're halfway between a goblin and an
Yeah.
actual.
You have the tech boys, mech boys, and then you have the orcs, which are sort of librarian orcs.
Yeah, they're kind of like halfway between goblins and actual orcs.
Yeah.
They just wog very quietly.
Oh.
And they also sniffle a lot while they're doing it.
They sniff- I'm not even gonna go there. This is getting weird. Weirder than I thought it would.
Well, they're nerds. They're gonna have that like kind of thing going about them. Little snort, sniffle
Snort.
thing.
So does anyone else want to do anything? Namely, the three people have decided to go quiet. Well, this insanity has gone off.
I have nothing right now.
Balto is just Balto is just going on about orcs.
Oh.
I have some parts to go collect, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm chilling in our fucking brewery.
That's a good place to be. It's safe.
So, where did he say the leave any clues as to where the experimental person had gone to?
The experimental scribe.
Yeah.
No, he didn't actually. He didn't get a chance.
Right, and he escaped from Zeva's tunnel place, right?
Yes. You got price sense, right?
I will. Yeah.
As you're looking around, probably standing there awkwardly, you can see, kind of off to one side of his area, there is, the ragged remains of two arms hanging from
Okay.
chains.
Oh God. Poor
They appear
dude.
to be humans.
Yeah. I imagine while we were talking to Xavier, Sharik is just sitting under there, looking up like this begging doggo pose, and
So wait, is it, do those arms look like are they the ones from the thing you're speaking about, or?
Probably. Xavier,
I will-
like, you look around, Xavier seems to keep a very clean workshop. Like, OCD, like ridiculous OCD level workshop. Clean.
Can I use survival to look for tracks?
You can. Falcon, like, while the rest of them are talking, like, phase tripping balls.
You know, I didn't expect Falcon to have that damn good of a survival.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's actually got good survival because he needs it, because otherwise his bat will eat his face.
Well, yeah, that because he's irritable, and also my primary attribute is agility for all the stealth and
Yeah.
and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's better than mine.
Yeah, you trail it. It starts off quite a lot of blood, and then it slowly decreases as it gets further away. You see, like, parts of a ragged uniform. It does lead into camp.
I will follow the tracks.
since that is quite suspicious, again, I will follow Falcon.
Who's the most charismatic-looking person in our squad? Like who's like the nicest to talk to and the best at finding out information?
Dragonfly, I think?
Great. The Brisbane.
Yeah, probably, maybe Brismere? I'm not sure.
So Prisma is following me, right?
Brismere
Yeah.
is following you.
What you're looking at is the person with probably the best fellowship skills? Probably Brisimir, because I'm rocking a 36 and the only fellowship skill I have trained is Charm.
My fellowship is 25.
Oh.
I can. I'm quite decent at medic stuff and the lore things, but
Yeah, so
Is anyone trained in inquiry?
nope.
But what's that?
I mean,
No.
I still have a 30% chance of inquiry of intelligence.
Hey, Brismere, I don't suppose you could ask people if they've seen an armless, probably bleeding man run past here as I'm like trying to follow the tracks?
Faye, if you look at the arms, they don't appear to be... Well, they do and they don't. You can see obvious tear marks in the arms. Like where the muscle has suddenly grown.
Wow. Interesting.
Rough.
Look, it's burning blood.
Yeah.
I touch it.
There also appears to be lightly scaled.
Mm-hmm.
Like very, very fine scales on it.
Yeah.
Starting to grow in small patches here and there.
One question: would the fact that I have that I'm quite obviously a medic, like I have the tag for it, would that help me with that particular inquiry?
Yes, it'll give you a +10.
Hmm?
Since it's scaling up, could I do a survival to see what the fuck's up with it? If this is like some kind of like...
I mean, to be fair, are you actually
stick?
going over to this random dark corner where there are two severed arms hanging off?
That you may not even have noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
Like, there's a difference between, like... Faye can get away with it because Faye's high as a kite, and Falcon was looking for this, standing there idle. You two were talking to Xavier for most of the time. Like,
Yeah.
This is fair. This is fair.
I mean, I would now know that there is apparently an armless man or armless someone on the loose, and I would also now look for those.
I mean, probably armless.
Probably armless. Yeah. I will see if I can find out anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
He
ask
asked if it had
around.
tiny arms as well.
Hmm?
It could be like growing arms.
Yeah.
back. So it's like-
Someone either missing arms or having tiny arms. Was there anything else you know about this stranger?
Was there deadlight?
no.
Nope.
His,
I mean-
Actually, yeah, because the underpass is kind of dusty, his footprints don't seem particularly human anymore. They do and they don't.
Okay, so someone without arms and with strange feet.
Yes, because that's really common.
I mean,
Yeah, okay.
That-
No, you
that-
can... Yeah, give me a roll.
oh well.
Yeah, you ask, you kind of like ask around. It's a bit, you have to go a bit further away because no one seems to want to come to
Yeah.
this underpass even remotely.
Mhm.
I don't know why.
That is quite believable.
But like you start asking like these weird questions,
Yeah.
and you go past this like food court, like not a
Mhm.
food court, this
That's
vendor,
all?
vendor. It's just like a corner vendor, you know, like you're selling rat burgers.
There
Of course
might
you
be a
can.
mutant on the loose. Have you seen anyone with suspicious feet and probably lacking an arm or two?
He thinks for a moment and goes, yeah, yesterday I think, late, it was definitely late, it's quite dark, yeah, now you mention it, he was kind of hunched over, his back legs seemed quite powerful, kind of like little raptor arms, like, meh, raptor arms.
Yes, that's yeah, that sounds like the mutant we.
Do you want a burger, by the way?
Yes, I'll take one.
Sure, he hands you one. There you go. And he goes back to thinking. He's like, yeah, like I thought he was a wild animal honestly, because he kind of like he was kind of human, but not really. He kind of had like a bit of a snout.
You know those human-shaped wild animals with tiny arms and weird legs just running around through military camps?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised how common that is. Do you want a burger? He like gestures to Falcon.
Sure. Why not?
He hands you a rat burger.
Yeah.
I-
I look at the burger for a moment, then feed it to Sharik.
I was
Okay,
gonna-
never mind.
You're pretty sure it's mostly a rat, the meat. You're not sure where the breads come from.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Like,
Yeah.
the rat part is believable, the bread part isn't.
Yeah.
Probably a
Um,
rat and probably a bun, my good sir. Would you be interested?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably. I mean, where else are you probably going to get these odds? At least a 75% guarantee that it might be
yeah.
a rat in a bun.
Next time I'll take rat skewer instead.
See, there's only a 60 to 50% chance that there's rat in the rat stew.
Rat stew is people, isn't it?
Huh?
No?
Rat
Could be
stew?
ratlings. Could be ratlings.
Anyways.
Don't get me started on ratlings. It'll just never be butters.
It's so hard to catch.
Um,
I've been putting this
Guys, the mutant.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the yeah, he kind of went to the like one of the old landing bays. You know, the abandoned ones.
Okay.
Pretty shelled up. No.
Mhm.
I think he like attacked some orphan or something. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. He wasn't a customer. Didn't come over here.
I just love the nonchalant. Oh, he might have attacked some orphans or something. I don't know.
That is very unfortunate.
Is
for
anyone
the
else near
orphans.
him? If anyone else is near him, he'll like start offering them burgers as well.
Yeah.
I
I could imagine one of these Verghast is sneaking around and trying to eat his.
This is exactly what I was about to say.
He like without looking gets like the spatula and like snaps on the nose. It's like nope, no more orphans today. No, no thieves. Like without looking, it's like a third. Like he's got like the sixth sense that just knows when somebody's about to steal his food.
He's clearly a mutant. Kill it.
It was actually
Says
Globe.
Falcon.
Yes.
It was actually Globe that was gonna try to sneak up and steal a spicy bite, but
Spatula on the nose. Like not hard, just enough to like. Actually, this is a bad idea.
I imagine Globe just kind of like at first tries to like chew on the spatula, but like meh, and just like kind of like stomps off.
No, he doesn't leave the spatula in Globe's reach.
Yeah.
He's got to go back to flipping burgers. To not
Yeah.
burgers, rats.
One of my characters.
He just slaps a random animal and goes back to flipping burgers without cleaning or anything.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Hi. He's not sure that he's serving you rats or buns. Are you that surprised?
No.
yeah, I'll take 1, 2, 3, 5. I want 5.
Excellent. Here you go. Hand you 5.
The moment his hand like is away from the plate, I just drop it. And my Sworniak swarm the fuck out of the plate.
He doesn't seem to care.
Nom.
This is the thing. He doesn't care what you do with the burger. He's just you've paid him money for it.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Yeah. Okay, so let's head to those landing bays.
So yeah, you head out to the old landing bays. These are. You can see why they're not used in that. While there are a lot of airstrips, they are shelled beyond use. They are pretty
Okay.
badly shelled. In addition, a number of small shuttles have crashed here. They've been picked apart completely, but they're a mix of Tau, Xeno. They're mostly burnt wrecks, but you can tell that some of them are clearly not Imperial.
Oh yeah, that just so happens.
Yeah. It would take a lot of work to make this area even remotely usable. There's a few people like camping here and there, like in like small little tents, like in the ruins of various buildings or underneath some of the larger shuttles. There's like a few cramped corners of tents, but there's nothing. It's not really built up much.
Yeah.
So we're tracking a guy, right?
We are trying to.
Yeah. seeing as you're in the area, what do you do?
Now that I know we're tracking a guy, I will send Globe and Rosie out to do track things. Just sniffing about.
Mm-hmm.
Would they get any bonus?
Yeah, plus 10.
Okay, this is Globe. Globe does not find shit. And this is Rosie. They're both rolling on the same thing. That's my girl.
Yeah. 2 degrees. Yeah, I think Globe just starts digging somewhere.
Yeah, Globe tries to hide.
Glow succeeds in hiding.
Mm.
You kind of like, you sort of like, right, okay, you two go. Like, Rosie starts wandering off, leading you. Like, you look around, it's like, where's Globe? And just hear meh from underneath the ground.
I imagine it's following by burrowing underneath us.
Yeah.
Gets a muffled meh from underneath the ground every now and again. What's my campaign devolved into?
Beautifulness. That's
Yes. I mean, yeah. More
Uh,
lizards are always a good idea.
So, the tracks lead you to a largish building. It might have been some sort of control tower at some points, or
Mhm.
control tower hangar. But it's now like a good 10 degrees off level, and there is clearly a shuttle lodged into it. It looks pretty burnt out. And yeah.
Mm.
Do you wish to enter?
Before we enter, Falcon, what exactly was your deal with Xavier?
Oh, you just wanted
In
to,
what state do you... No, I don't care so much what you want from Xavier, but what he wants from you. In
What do
what
you want
state
from
does he want that mutant?
Deadlight?
He wants it back.
Alive and preferably unharmed.
Preferably alive. What you've seen so far, it seems to be very fast at regeneration.
Harmed doesn't matter as long as not dead.
Yeah. I mean, he'll
Okay.
accept it if it's dead, but you get the feeling he'd be much more willing to help you. There'd be less negative side effects if it was alive.
Okay.
Speaking of negative side effects, I kind of added a table, maybe. I don't know. Just suggestions.
You are lucky that Rosie knows takedown. Because that's the only help I can give you in taking someone down is Rosie.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have to blow their faces off and hope they don't die. Kind of my only shtick.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you have your pets, after all.
So, Globe we will leave outside because Globe will most certainly burn that thing to death with its bite.
I draw my gun.
Yeah. I also ready my carbine.
This is fine.
So, inside I am taking Rosie and Spike. Spike mostly just in case. Globe, I don't want to set this guy on fire and burn him to death.
Why not?
I will also leave my comrade Al outside to watch Globe so that Globe doesn't do anything stupid.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Faye will be just following along, staring around.
Yeah.
Although if she sees something that would attack, which she would perceive as an attack, well, of course she will retaliate or do something stupid. I'm still thinking about it.
Faye, when you actually saw this building, you first saw it immaculate and perfect, and then it rapidly decayed in front of your eyes, accepting all the, taking all the damage it has. You even see the shuttle fly into it and crash and burn. You see,
I see time as space.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you can. You think?
I have Spike pick up Faye and carry Faye along.
I see time in space. You're carried along by lots of little tiny lizards, Faye. Not like Spike, not like the actual size of Spike, but just lots of tiny little Sphungaks, making the shape of a little Sphungak.
A bunch of salamanders and geckos.
Yes,
Yeah.
dozens of them.
So I will like be feeling across my body like, oh, wait, I think I feel 2 heartbeats. Yes, yes, no, yes, no.
No, I have 3 heartbeats. No,
Okay, Deadlight. I will combat roll stealthily into the building.
okay. Are you jaded?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm as well.
Oh boy.
Well,
Oh,
technically
boy.
that should be a target of 95 because Chameleon Landing Cloak.
You stealthily combat roll it. The scene in front of you is... Well, there was once upon a time a camp here.
Oh boy.
Now, you see the campers, and their body parts are, like, splattered to the ceiling. Which is a good 20 feet up.
Oh, by the angel.
So, you know that jaded thing?
Yeah?
Hmm?
I don't have it.
Fair one. Fair one test it. People that don't have jaded.
I have
Fair, you have
nerves
to
of
roll a
steel.
1d10 first before you make a test. To see if you get a bonus or a negative.
I'm using that +10 blessing onto this.
You take a minus 40 to this willpower test.
I am spending a feint to also get a +10 on this.
And I can't make it unless I roll natural 1, so...
Okay, then you take 1 point of insanity.
I pass.
Yep, you just, if you pass, you don't take anything. If you fail, you take a point of insanity.
Oh, it's not even that bad. Okay. Damn it.
Yeah.
No,
Hindsight 2020.
It's not that bad. I've done far worse scenes where I've justified a fair one test.
Yes.
To be
that
fair,
is
you've
true.
had certain people look at us, and we have had a Fear 1 test. I didn't know how bad this was gonna be. I wasn't gonna take the chance.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks very disturbing. There are body parts stuck to the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
for some reason. And if
Rosie, dinner time?
fire up in there. Okay.
They're on the ceiling, sorry.
Hmm.
I think Rosie gives a shit.
20
They
feet
have
up.
terrain
keep-
master, don't they?
They do.
They're not spiders.
Aren't they?
For now, I would prefer if you keep your pet close. Because whatever did that might still be here. And Angel's Blazes, I do not want to run into that while chasing after your runaway Swangar.
Speaking of it still being here,
Mm.
I believe that is 5 degrees on an awareness
You see that there at the back, there seems to be a staircase going up and down. Seems, looking at it, the dust going down has been disturbed recently.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, the ash.
Mhm.
Alright, so I turn to the rest of the group, finger to lips, like, shh, and then move in.
In the form of combat rolls
Stealthily.
only.
Only combat rolls.
Here, let me try the multitude of stealth rolls I have to do.
Are you telling me
more
that when
than
you guys play Skyrim, you don't, like, get the stealth perk that lets you do combat rolls, you don't combat roll everywhere forever?
What?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Dragonfly and Spike are stealth up. Let's see if Rosie can follow along.
How would I stealth? I'm being carried by thousands of tiny lizards.
I will fate that for Rosie, because I prefer Rosie
Dio-
not to get jumped.
Dio is so stealthy he has left the call.
Rosie is stomping around looking at all the food.
Okay.
They're like, the two of them are like stealthy, and then Rosie's like mah mah, and like smashing over what's left of the camp, trying to get to like bits of meat on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 40 to my stealth test.
Yay! Maybe you
You
should
regret
roll
your decisions
sevens.
now? You regret that drug choice now?
I mean, when it kicks in and gives him bonus, it's going to give him plus 40.
Yeah.
Look, all the arcade cabinets in the 80s told us about this shit. Winners don't do drugs.
I mean, I can rose stuff, but it's not likely that I get any better than Rosie. Yeah. So I suppose Falcon and Spike and Dragonfly just have a head start.
Yeah. Does anyone know where Dio actually went? Like,
No.
It could have been that the same thing that happened to Belto happened to Dio.
But no, mine was just my own internet provider fucking up.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
Now I'm on my mobile internet.
oh.
Well, I have 10 gigabytes until
Mm.
tomorrow. It resets tomorrow, so it's like okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Use it all. All of it.
Mm.
Plus,
Sorry, I changed the server location, see if that helped you.
Dio
Yeah.
is completely offline right now.
Yeah.
This is the thing, he's still on roll 20.
His
This-
entire Discord could just be going down.
so how long does the effect last again?
An hour.
Yeah.
It's gonna time out of Roll20 in a bit.
Mm.
It's not immediate, I don't think.
Mm.
I am kind of anxious to see what I can possibly get from the Sorniacs.
Could get Illuminant Touch.
There is so much I want to get.
Yeah.
I don't know if I will be able to, though.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Oh yeah, he has gone from roll 20, so it looks like his internet or something's died.
Mm.
Which is a bit of a problem, because this was meant for him.
Yeah.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
I mean, we can take a 5-minute break.
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute
that-
break, see if that fixes Dio. So,
Mm. Sure.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
I'm thinking of all the possibilities now. Damn it, Deadlight. Why are you allowing me this option?
know how to put, to add something to the brewing anesthetic that we currently have?
We are not currently brewing.
We should be. This is how we're doing things, as in, like we leave something like to brew in between missions, and then we come back. So I
Well,
assume like our previous batches.
Yeah,
started brewing.
we just finished a batch as we arrived in the camp and didn't set on a new batch.
So it's
Why
not
we were
finished
in
because
transit.
we weren't in the fucking brewery since we arrived.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. The one batch is still brewing.
The current batch is 1 barrel.
Is it really? Was it not like 2?
Yes.
No, it was only one.
No. We made 3 barrels for the first batch, and now 1 more.
No, I thought there was more than that.
And you've already You've probably only got. You're down to like 2.5.
We are down to 2.5.
Yeah. One you've been given out as samples and for various people
Yeah.
in various flasks, and the other one the full one you actually just gave to Aros for various
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
Exactly.
I guess I might wait then. We need more.
I mean, it doesn't hurt us to experiment a bit. I mean, that's how some of the greatest stuff is ever really made, is either by accident or experimentation. So.
Yeah, the people in the snake pits are gonna have accidents.
How is stuff made
That's-
otherwise? Just out of curiosity, either by accident or experimentation. Is there a third way I'm unaware of?
Of course.
Sometimes you actually try to do something and you actually
Yeah.
get something.
That's
pretty rare.
experimentation.
No,
Oh yeah.
well, the third way is actually knowing what you're doing.
It's pretty
Exactly.
rare, I admit, but you know.
Most people go with experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose Apple does know what they're doing by making the iPhone smaller, more expensive, and with each unique
no.
charger and such.
No, Apple has no idea what they're doing.
Apple is just trolling at this point.
Look, to be fair, we probably should have just stopped making new random bullshit for phones like 5 years ago.
Yes.
Because they've literally done nothing with any of the new generations of phone. And if they have, you've surprised me.
Actually, no. I know who's done knows what they're doing. Valve. By making Steam, about 20 years
Yeah,
before.
no, dude, that was in 2003. Since like 2015, they have no idea what they're doing either.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they don't need to know what they're doing anymore because they're just stupidly rich. Because Steam.
This is true. This is true.
It's like, yes, we don't need to do anything else now forever because we have made so much money.
Naughty
got
Dogs
EXE
know what
was
they're
not working.
doing.
Crying, that Dio has stopped working. This is sad.
Yeah.
Oh, Theo,
Welcome back.
Is he alive?
can you
What?
speaketh?
He is muted.
He might not be muted. He might just
No, he
be
is muted.
unable of talking.
No, he is server muted. Oh, muted on his own.
No, I'm talking about you remember Dusty?
Oh yeah. No, he was just muted. Dio?
Plop.
No, his microphone's not working.
It's the Discord thingy.
Discord thingy.
Yeah, I had that problem with the browser version.
I wonder if he can hear us.
Should be able to.
No, he left again.
Well, not anymore.
So Falcon Commander rolls into the shadows and disappears.
Ghostified.
That fucking does.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I was wondering if I could see him still. But it's what, 9 degrees of success.
So he tried apparently
can't see.
every system and it's not working.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know what to suggest then.
I mean, I would say reinstall, but if he's tried it on 3G, then
Yeah.
course, 3G's out of date. You need to go 4G.
So yeah. I don't know what to. Oh well.
I can go say hi to Rickon if you wanna spend time.
Yeah, let's do
Rickon,
something
yeah.
between stuff because this guy is clearly not going. This mutant's not going anywhere, and I would. This is meant for Dio, so it seems a bit weird to
Mhm.
not have him here.
Do it without Dio, yeah.
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 So yeah, is there anyone else you want to see in camp?
As I said, I can go see Rickon. I don't really have anything for him, but you know.
Yes, the
Since
ball of
we
machine.
moved-
This cyberneticist.
Yes,
that is
since we
right.
moved, actually, yeah, maybe like get a new set of like coordinates for like cybernetics that you would like to recover or something.
Yes, the ball of machine looks at you and goes, Yes, there are some areas in the nearby region. One
If you
isn't.
can give me locations. If I go there, I'll definitely take a look.
Yeah, he hands you a list of locations. You realise one of them is actually surprisingly close to camp. Less than probably about a day's trip.
Okay, and which direction?
It would be east.
Okay. I pull out one of the flasks of solution.
Mm-hmm.
I say, hey, I have this. Some weird Xeno shit. I know you're probably not too interested in it, but here, have this, and you know, you can mess around with it if you want.
He looks at it most interestingly. This is curious. Not my area of expertise, but most curious. I think I will have to create a contact that is appropriate for dealing with Threvium. This mysterious substance that I don't know the name of. You know, like the mod should have done, or when we were doing the contact system. But yes, he will thank you for your contribution. And we'll get back to you. He does give you a new list of coordinates in the area. As I said, the closest one is about a day's travel east.
Right. How many does it give me, like in total?
Gives you 6.
All right.
3 on each side.
Okay. How far is the furthest one?
The furthest one is pretty far out. It's a good few days travel away.
Mhm.
Beyond what you know is the rough Imperial lines.
Beyond that?
Yeah, it's well beyond that.
The rough Imperial lines are the green circle, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
the Imperial... While the Imperium has established a front line, it's also not really defined too well. At the same time. They're not, like, dug in entrenched. If that makes sense. So. And it's also constantly shifting from day to day to meet with the terrain and new squads deploying and squads coming back and etc, etc.
This is also about a week old.
Is it about a week old? Yeah.
About a week old. I think the Rangers are attacking that city to the west now.
Yeah, this is the thing. It is this is why I said rough line, because it's not defined. The Imperium line is shifting. It gives you a good idea of roughly what is classed as safe Imperial territory.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Keyword should not encounter enemies in this area.
Yeah. There may still be hostile beasts, but not enemies. Anything.
species.
Yeah. I think the way I'm going to roll it is the green dotted line is what is considered Imperial safe territory. It's not the front line. The front line is a bit further out. So. One of the ones actually you are on the list is pointing directly north.
Oh.
It appears to be up in the mountains.
Hmm. What's there?
What do you guys do now? Just to stall time.
Just now. What?
But we could
How far away is the brewery?
The brewery is on the very outskirts of the Camp Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Also,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not Camp Redemption, Port Redemption. Sorry.
hmm?
So
not that far away.
no, it is in Imperial territory, but I have no idea what I'm doing there, and I would like to do that.
Okay, yeah. Let's...
so we could
I
go meet
agree with
Aros.
Faye, we should probably return our mission assignment here.
Yeah.
If Falcon hasn't bugged off with it already.
Oh, what was our mission assignment again?
Some Chameleon cloaks and stomach.
Wasn't included in the box.
Oh yeah,
It
the
was,
sniper rifles as well, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the Chameleon Cloak, which you managed to get off someone finally. 6 stummers, and 6 sniper rifles, 1 missing a scope and 1 missing a silencer.
2 missing a scope now.
Oh yes, that's right. No, 3 missing a scope and 2 missing silencers. I think.
Well, there was 1 missing a scope and 1 a silencer, but now 2 are missing a scope.
Yeah, no, Falcon removed the scope and the silencer from his.
What the fuck?
I would take a stummer, but I don't tend to be stealthy anytime soon, so fuck it.
Mm.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
but-
factor it into my stealth roll. That's how much I've forgotten about it.
He looks over. Do you hand him all back in the box?
Actually, no. I will try to take a stummer instead of the scope.
I will take that scope then.
Okay, trade armorer to remove a scope.
I will roast trade armor.
This is fine. You can take 10 minutes prep.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll
It's
something?
plus 20 routine by itself, right?
Yeah. I don't want you to roll anything to not hand me the
God
star.
damn it! I will re-roll that.
That's the second time we've done this, right?
Yeah.
No, to be fair, Falcon was the one that decided to be a muppet and be like, yes, I will now remove a scope for no reason in the middle of the battlefield, and then drop it and break it.
Okay. Those are 4 degrees of success that should do any armoring safely.
You may now put a scope on whatever rifle you would like for battle.
I should put it on Jimmy Dead Knocker.
Yeah.
Scope your knife.
Yeah,
So when you
exactly.
throw
Like,
it,
come
you,
on.
But no, okay, fair enough. So Falcon opens the box and looks and goes, you did manage to get the chameleon cloak back, but there's only 5 stummers here.
Yeah,
Wait,
yes,
who opens the box?
Arrows.
Oh.
Well,
it
we had
was
to use
a
one,
rather. It was a rather unusual base we ended up infiltrating, and
Unconventional means
someone
of
was
escape.
destroyed due to some interference with the local radiation.
He gives
Very
you a
unfortunate.
judgmental look and goes, very well. The chameleon cloak is
well,
worth.
In place of that, we can deliver in a dead pack.
Yeah, no, he seems perfectly happy to accept that. Takes the deck pack, closes the box, just like leaves the deck pack on top of the box, just like in the middle of the in like a storage area. It's like very well. He calls over some scribes and like lesser scribes and or random guardsmen to remove the equipment and file it away. Is there anything else? All the scribes. They are from the scribe school.
They're dwindling fast.
Oh, so we're with arrows now, eh?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
you are currently with Eros. You are delivering the mission assigned gear. He has accepted your reason for losing a stummer, but and you return the debt pack to him.
Which wasn't even given in the mission assignment gear, so...
Yeah, no, he's very happy and overlooks the repeated missing scopes and silencers.
Just to sweeten the deal a bit, I'll also give him the bit of stem that I stole. Just as a, since we're such good friends.
Well,
Hey.
actually, we can return the broken scope. It can be fixed, but like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
broken.
he'll take the broken scope as well. It's like, these things are so delicate if you miscatch them the wrong way. Oh well. Oh well. I know an armourer that can fix it.
Yeah, I'll hand him a dose of stem as well, like, just because we're friends.
Okay, he's a little confused, but he's like, sure.
I don't need it. I'm not a medic. I don't
like-
care for that shit.
I just tap Dragonfly's shoulder. You know, would you please stop handing out my supplies?
That wasn't yours, actually. Believe it or not, that one wasn't yours.
No, it was Kreska's.
Yeah, it was, what's his face is from the Snake Pits. I stole it.
Okay.
But
Sometimes you-
I don't say that out loud, obviously.
Sometimes you guys, like, don't read people at all, especially Serene. And it's like, yeah, no, I'll totally accept this deal. And Serene's like, let's sweeten the deal and give you more stuff. It's like, what?
Well, I
Yeah.
don't want the stem anymore. That's the thing. It's not like I'm doing this to make the deal better. It's just like, it's a plus. Take it. I don't want it. Fuck it.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
sure, he takes it.
Okay.
He's
Like, what hurts that I give this away? It makes him a bit nicer with me either way. Whoop-de-doo.
yeah, he's a little
Yeah, you-
confused, but sure, he'll take it.
Yeah.
So, arrows, tell me.
Mhm.
What? Do you have... Would you happen to have motion predictors somewhere?
Motion predictors. Well, I could get them, but they're on quite high demand. Now, I know these guys, but they're really edgy. Tell you what, if you're on camp for a while, I can arrange a meeting with them. I
Okay.
suggest you don't have your weapons out on show. Keep them well hidden. Perhaps not bring too many of the lizards. They're quite jumpy.
Who are these guys?
They're friends of friends.
Okay. And
Any-
they have motion predictors?
They have, they do more of the weapons such stuff. If they
I
have
see.
motion predictors or not, that is... It depends what inventory they have, but... You know. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll get in touch with you about them.
Okay.
In other words, here I'm telling you to get on with your contacts so I can use them.
I've been working on them for like 2 months now.
Yeah, I'll have a look because I can find the document easy enough. So I'll have a little look, see if I can add
Alright.
some. As long as like the first tier or two is done, I can use them. And like,
No, it's not done because I have no idea what the fuck to do with them.
also,
I have like the lore and stuff, but
yeah. Maybe we can work on it in the week, maybe tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, I'll get back to you and you can arrange a meet. I'll arrange a meeting with them. I suggest you don't bring any open weapons,
let's see.
like rifles. If you're going to bring weapons, keep them hidden. They can be very paranoid.
Oh.
Is there anything else I can do for you? Hmm?
That's just in now. It's way too rare to find.
No, ask and perhaps I have access. Or perhaps I can point you in the direction of someone who has access to it.
Well, this was a bit more on not the motion detector, but presence goggles.
Presence goggles. They do come by sometimes. Usually mission assigned gear. Perhaps I can get them assigned to you for a mission?
Yes, we should actually go. That's right. We should actually go report that our mission is done and what we found. We returned here, but we haven't reported in actually.
Yes, you should probably report into your elders. Is it elders? I'm not particularly familiar with their clans.
It is. You got it correct.
You guys are very, very reluctant to talk to Mykin. The Munitoro, that is.
That's because we can get everything else normally ourselves just by yanking it from the ground. That's what we're used to.
Well, plus there's not many people in the Minotaur that are quite as flexible as you.
Quite as cooperative is the word I like to use.
And I would say also flexible in their thinking.
Yes, I like to think I'm a forward thinker, get things done. Paperwork can be such a handholder over the Crusade, especially on such a large scale. And especially with the number of regiments which are a nightmare. Such as some non-existing and some with so many mismatched regiments and requirements that they have their own department.
I mean, that I've heard rumors about this bird riding outrider squad regiment.
Oh,
Killed
yes.
in
Amy Hell Legion. Interesting bunch. Like to say dingo a lot.
Can you tell us anything about their birds?
They're
Edible?
birds.
Edible?
I don't think they eat them. I don't
Did the birds ornery? Do they cause trouble around camp? Anything?
They seem pretty well fenced in. They have a number of trained dogs that herd them up, I believe.
They have dogs do a person's job. Okay.
The question is, what by the angel is a dog?
This is also true.
Yeah.
What is a dog? And why are they having it do their job?
Yeah, I don't know. I live on a spaceship most of my life.
I am most definitely going there when we are done doing all this random crap.
He sort of gives you a bow of the head. Very well. If there's nothing else,
Anything you want me to look into while I'm there, Eros? This is also directed to the squad, if they want to say anything.
He's like, no. I have a few pick squads there, as I tend to, with the various regiments who which I like to barter with.
What else do you know? What other regiments there are in this area? Because we just arrived with open ship.
The other regiments, there are a fair few.
Because it seemed like a pretty big camp from the outside.
It is constantly shifting. There's the Cupian Air Assault. They're a drop trooper regiment. Drop trooper in paper, but they're more of a mechanized fast assault, based on Valkyries.
Oh.
Makes some pretty nice amosec. Quite strong stuff. I tend to mix it with something else, a bit weaker.
Brismir is just noting that down. Cupio Valkyries.
There are the Rangers, who are, I believe they are more a traditional drop trooper squad. Again, they're Valkyrie based. Due to the number of drop troopers we seem to have ended up with, we have a dedicated air wing and air base nearby. In addition, he gestures up, even though you're indoors. There is actually, you can tend to see it in clear days, one of the low orbit void ships.
Oh.
It's a Shield of Anzadora. Rather interesting model. It's a.
We've heard of that actually. We've had a pilot from it. She
Yeah,
unfortunately died really quickly, but you know.
No, you actually recovered the second one.
That is
yeah.
true.
The one who broke her legs and then hid inside her ship.
Yes.
Yes, the Shield of Ansadora. It's a refitted arbiter pattern, so it can act as a aerial airbase, aircraft carrier, if you will. Proving quite effective, actually. It prevents the Tau and the Chaos from just trying to bomb our air bases, and it means we don't have to establish as many on the planet, which is always nice. There's also the Orphans, which is the regiment I'm attached to. They're
I believe we've met them.
yes, they're a very big mixed bag.
Wait, we have? When?
A few
when,
of us
when
have.
we were trying to recover those mission assignment gear that was missing.
Oh, those are the bastards that stole it. Okay.
Then
Yes,
not really bad.
I prefer if you didn't call my sister a bastard, even if she is a bit of an ass.
How did it actually end up with the statue?
The statue, I
Well-
have no idea. I don't pay attention to all my sister's misdeeds. If I did, I would. That would be my job, and I have better things to do.
We've seen them creeping around with the artists of the clans. They seem to have ordered a large statue of the Angel of Combustion raised upon him. I did not know the orphans had such a refined taste.
Aros just looks at you confused and just shrugs. Okay. I don't know what my sister gets up to in her spare time, apart from murdering things with plasma.
And breaking stuff.
Apparently. I mean, when you're that skilled with a plasma cannon, you tend to break stuff. So, he kind of gives you a shrug. Aside from the Wydan, which my sister is part of, the Wydan 13th, which my sister and myself are a part of, there is the Verghast Crusaders, who are a bunch of drunken knights. The Comrades, which is the standard typical line infantry with mechanized supports and armor. There is the Hades 2nd Armoured, which I believe is a bunch of spider tanks.
Spider tanks?
Tanks on legs.
Wow.
He
Yay,
shrugs.
that. Yeah. I've seen that. We have that as well.
There's
Very
the
interesting.
Fatalis, which I believe are a scouting corps. The Shatterstones, which are a bunch of arrogant bastards who can fall out of their Valkyries as much as they damn well please. The Tanis, which I haven't had much chance to talk to. The Elfgerians, which I believe are Rough Riders. Did I say this was a mixed bag? I mean, this was a mixed bag inside a bunch of mixed bags.
Yeah.
We do not envy you.
Yeah. I'm just taking that down as everything and spider tanks.
Yeah, they've got artillery, and the Umbreons. I recommend you don't request artillery support unless you're the other side of the planet, and even then it's gamble. You got the Veritas Last, which are the equivalent of gangers who managed to somehow make it into Hiveborn, and then like leveling buildings. There's the Malak, which are yet more drop troopers. There's the Icarans, which are probably the only ones I really relate to outside the Minosaurus clerks who got roped in. The Icarans, I believe, are a resupply regiment. And then there's some,
You must be kidding.
Wait,
no,
what
I
is
am not.
that?
There is also a detachment of clerks which unfortunately got roped in. I was part of that originally, and then I decided to do my job and throw loads of red paperwork at everyone.
Hold on.
So,
Serious question. There's a resupply regiment. Why have we never seen them?
I don't know.
They really suck at their damn job.
Honestly,
Dragonfly
who
kinda like
believes in resupply
handouts.
regiments?
I heard that. I think they're mainly deployed in another corps at the moment. It hasn't been going too well, honestly.
Of course. Excuses.
Yeah.
Ugh. Dragonfly isn't very serious about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I whispered to Dragonfly, yeah, I don't believe in resupply regiments either.
Effectively, If there is a regiment type, they probably have it in various numbers. So, expect a bit of everything from them.
Mhm.
Pardon me. And I think that is currently it deployed. I did hear rumours of more regiments deploying soon. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to see how it goes. He smiles.
Yes, of course.
But I'm sure there is more than enough on that list for you to.
Well, that's a lot
I'm
of
sure as soon as they start losing or forgetting their vehicles on the field, they come to us.
He
Or
nods and smiles. Yes.
If they don't, then they've made a mistake.
Well, then they don't get their stuff back. Easy as that. And they have to meet those mystical Yoharans.
But yes. Anyway, is there anything else?
Well, that was highly educational. Thank you, Arrows.
Thank
Yes.
you. And now my throat is sore. Should
Did
probably
it to
go get
yourself.
a drink. Yeah, I did that to myself. Is there anything else you want to do?
There's not much we can do, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The problem
that
is
was that idea.
the weird mutant hunts I wanted to do with Dio, and he's not here. And the brewery, I kind of planned for its own session, like a mini mission.
We could if Dio doesn't figure his thing out like right now
Yeah.
because he just popped back
That-
online.
that was-
We
yeah.
could save the mutant hunt and the brewery for next session.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning. Has Dio started
Still
working?
muted?
Probably
He's
not.
still muted. He's still
Yeah.
muted.
Nope.
He's muted.
Have you tried changing the server, Dio? Server location, if you can hear us.
Apparently it's his ISP.
It is his IS. It might be his ISP. I think we've just lost him for the evening, unfortunately. Which is.
Hey, I fixed it.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Hey,
They just
All I
went
had
to
to
talk
do
to.
was go into my. Sorry, I was going to say how I fixed it. All I had to do was go into my network and sharing settings and change my IPv6 DNS settings, not my IPv4 DNS settings, to Google's Open DNS instead of using the hard-coded one given by my ISP. And now it's fixed.
Yay!
Sorry, sorry about that.
Yeah, I just had Aros run down who was in the call. Like the
What else
various.
did-
Huh? Run down who
What
was in
was
the
it?
call. The
Wait,
various.
that was
Right,
different-
that's everything in core 3.
That was
That's
everything in
core
call 4.
Core 4.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that sounds like list of all the regiments in play right now.
No, there are a bunch
That's
more.
just cool.
Yeah, there are a bunch more. I mean, that's not including regiments that are not active, or not fully started, which are a bunch
Like,
more.
that long list at the end there, that was all in the orphans.
That
Yeah.
was all orphans.
There's only emus, rangers, clans, Kyopio, and orphans, and screaming eagles who are active in Core 4. But orphans is a composite regiment of about 7 billion.
Yeah.
Orphans is pretty much all the regiments except I think one from Season 1, with a few extra thrown in.
Mixed match badge of mixed match.
Some of the regiments did actually make it into Season 2, like the Iakarans.
And class.
Clans wasn't really in Season 1.
Yeah. We existed during the time of season 1, but we're somewhere somewhere completely different.
Yeah, I don't know of many Season 1 characters actually still floating around that are still in play. The only two I know of is Elsa, who's moving into Emu, and Tasso, who has survived Wydam. Because honestly, most of the regiments from Season 1 disappeared.
They were the Gilgamesh until like 2 weeks ago, but they stopped. So.
Yeah, I don't know if any of their characters survived. I think they all died in
I
the end.
think they survived. No, I think some of them, at least some of them survived, but well, they stopped. Like the regiment is basically like disbanded at this point.
I remember Delta's AAR was like most of them are dead.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, most of the regiment, I think the PCs like themselves are like,
Oh, okay, maybe.
except for like one or two.
I was amazed the Ikaran survived.
Not all of them. We lost fucking two-thirds of the regiment,
No, the
including
PCs.
like, oh yeah, the PC. Yeah, same.
I'm surprised none of you just like ended the mission and shot Simon.
Well, not me. Simon is dead.
Oh, did he die?
Rin.
Okay.
Rin killed Simon.
Oh, I meant Simon's replacement character because I heard no one was liking him either.
He was not there for that session.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I know Ring Kate popped up and just shot one of his characters.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Alright, sorry about that. So, where were we?
oh no,
That's what you-
Aros. Oh no, if you don't ask, then he doesn't tell you. As they drop a dice and it goes everywhere.
What happened with the whole weird creature inside of the warehouse thing?
Nothing, because we
were
wanted
waiting-
you
we were
here,
waiting
because
for
that was
you.
for you.
Cool.
So yeah, fair enough.
So let's go back to the warehouse.
Mhm.
Ta-da.
And hunt this strange thing.
Yep, so Falcon barrel rolls into the stairwell.
Barrel rolls.
Combat
Combat
rolls.
Do a barrel roll.
I mean, yes. Do a barrel roll.
Barrel rolls.
It's a
Do all the
falcon.
barrel rolls.
It's a falcon. It could do it.
Yeah, probably.
There's a set of stairs going up,
Rather impressive.
and a set of stairs going down.
And the dust on the stairs going down looks disturbed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so we're going down.
Down, down, down.
Follow the falcon.
Follows the falcon.
You go down.
Okay.
It seems to lead into a sort of sewer-like area.
No.
Yay!
Hmm?
Yay! Clearly nothing bad can come of this.
By the way, falcon.
Full of
Yeah,
little
I-
companions.
I want to quickly check my salvation auger.
It's not going. It's not beeping. It's not like flashing and alerting you, but it doesn't seem to be happy.
Okay. Yeah, I would recommend we use our rebreathers here.
Already on it.
Whoop.
Metro Last Light style.
Hmm. Just
Oh yeah. I even had to wipe the
or
visor.
Stalker side.
Yeah.
So.
No, I prefer Metro Last Light
Hmm. Okay.
because you have to change the air test filters. Anyway, so yeah. As you're in the sewer area, you have to trek around through a few parts. It's quite easy to follow him if you've got torches on, or Falcon uses his price sense, I believe.
Hmm.
Pardon me. Because he hasn't really been stealthy. There's a trail of blood, but it's clearly not his own.
Mhm. Yep.
And yeah, eventually you reach a medium-sized chamber. Some description. This is where multiple pipes run into. You look around, and in the center, you can see this beast. Yeah, it looks. Once upon a time, it might have been human, but not anymore. Its feet are now more of an animal's, with 3 toes and a 4th one at the back.
Hmm. What? Three what?
Toes at the front of his foot.
Toes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, they're not toes per se; they're more like claws now.
Hmm.
It has a sort of hunch. It's developed a tail. It's still quite short, maybe half a foot long. No, a foot long. Its 2 front arms have regrown, and these now they're covered in scales, and they seem to have developed a sort of chitin at the shoulders, going down to about the elbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Faye can see, like, Faye looks at this thing and sees, like, huh, it's a human. How odd. Just like a scribe standing there. Like on a display. Everyone else sees this, like, half human, half raptor thing. It's like, it's growing a snout, and it's got, like, saber-tooth-like claws and teeth coming down from its top jaw. It's
so
drooling. It's developed 4 eyes, which all blink sideways. And it looks at the party very, very hungrily.
Do I need to roll another stealth? Or can I use the one from before?
I mean, Falcon, here's the question. If you're stealthed, who's going to tank?
That is a good question. But then if I'm not stealth, then how do I get to use my ambush?
Well, maybe you should roll initiative.
Maybe we should roll initiative. How far away is it from us?
About 10 meters.
Okay. Well, so I kind of need a token to roll initiative properly.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the scribe doing here?
Yeah, it's like a normal scribe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just a normal scribe. It's just what we're looking for.
No, it's unfortunately not an enormous scribe.
Oh, of course,
It's a
these are the
very
old
angry and very deadly scribe. Deadlier than he looks to you. Trust me on this.
Let me find a battle map with the actual tokens on. What's the last battle map I used with you guys?
I have no
I have
idea.
I have type slash roll, don't I?
I think there was the giant ship.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was last battle map.
16 is my initiative.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, +7 would fit. Oh no.
Plus 5 agility, plus 2 paranoid.
Here's a fun fact. I can't find the battle map. Here we go.
That is a fun fact.
I don't think I have... everyone? If I copy this over, and if there's anyone missing, I can always just add it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hayden,
Mhm.
Falcon, Grisomir, Faye. Anyone else missing? Bacon's doesn't exist.
There's somehow Two-Face, Dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
Oh, Faye rolled initiative and then did the.
You added it.
I was adding people onto the turn tracker,
Oh.
because I knew a few people had rolled initiative. Dragonfly.
Wow.
You
Okay.
should have a token for me, and if you don't, I have the token on my character sheet.
I'll grab the one off your character sheet.
Wait, what's going on? Why am I here?
Oh yeah, sorry, you're not here, are you?
Nope.
You know, that's probably smart. He doesn't want to fuck with the Xeno.
I don't want to help Falcon. Or Xavier.
Yeah.
Plus 5.
Yeah, paranoia.
Ah, okay.
Dragonfly doesn't act paranoid because the Sworniaks are always around, but
Okay, if she's ever found without her pet, she's probably wrecked.
oh yeah, that's her shtick.
Hmm?
She doesn't do well
And,
without her petties.
I of course roll a 1.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah. What does this thing roll?
D20 plus 20.
Yeah. It's a fun way to generate ability scores.
It gets 13.
Cool. So Falcon acts first, then Monster, and then the rest of us.
Okay.
I'll have to use this Narky Kobold token.
Ah, the rock token.
Yes.
That's my character in a game with Balto called Squirrel.
Ah.
The other option was to use this crab, in which case you would have all died.
Obviously.
Crab people.
Freaking crap.
Look,
It's the
Fuck with the
hiding in the
crabo.
corner.
Get the
yeah, he
stabbo.
gets a stab.
actually,
Let's
hold
see.
on. I have a video that a friend sent me.
Yes, no. Let's just not do this now.
How far away is it?
I've already answered that question, Leo.
10
Alright.
meters.
About 10 meters.
Alright. I will try and shoot at it then.
There's a crab with a knife. It's fine, guys.
Damn it! Bastard.
Close. Close, but
Wait.
missing off.
Wait, I have a inbuilt red dot sight, and that was single fire, which means I do actually hit.
Lucky you.
Where'd you get the +5 from?
Oh shit, I don't have a comrade.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No. Wait, are you attacking in melee?
No.
He's shooting it.
Never mind, then none of my shit can help you. Stuff.
Oh, I miss. Curses. I think. Yes.
No, wait, with -5
Wait,
for having no
no.
comrade, +10 for red dot laser sight, you still hit.
Yeah, I still hit.
Okay, roll damage.
13.
Yeah, takes the blow.
But importantly, at short range, my gun is shocking.
Okay. That's a 1d10. It staggers back. It doesn't seem fully stunned, but it may be partly stunned.
Okay.
Partly stunned.
Partly stunned.
Okay.
So.
And it's his turn. It's its turn.
It looks really annoyed. And then charges the person that shot it. No.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
It can only do a half move this turn, so it just leaps forward towards you and lands right next to you. In a splash of... It's not so much sewer water, in that it's been here for way too long that whatever was bad in it has, like, grown into small colonies and died, and then just, like, turned into gunk.
Yeah. Is it in melee already, or is it...
It's about a meter
Just
away from
nearby.
Falcon, so...
Okay. Yeah, that is fair enough.
Swarm Warden Dragonfly.
First order of business, I get off a spike. And then I issue the order, get him. And I will designate Spike to go harry the opponent.
Okay.
Which, get them, means people get a, I think it's a +10, or not +10, plus like 5 per Sworniak to weapon skill and all that. And I will have Rosie go in and attack.
The goal was to try and get him back alive, but getting it back at all would be fine.
Rosie is the one with the paralytic toxin spit.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And is the only one of my Sworniaks that know how to do takedown. But
Okay.
first we gotta weaken this thing.
Are you doing a takedown?
Not this time.
Okay.
I want to weaken this thing up just to be safe.
What exactly are you doing? Are you ordering a melee attack, or are you
Yeah,
I'm
using the Harry command?
I am having Spike do the Harry command to get them.
Okay.
That's damage. And I'm having Rosie go in for the attack.
Okay.
Okay, so it should be a +20. I'm a fake that one. I accidentally put in the. Oh no, that it won't roll that.
The 20 is also wrong because you got to roll weapon
to roll
skill
it.
instead.
I mean, you still rolled 100 regardless of what you like.
Yeah,
your
I'm
target was.
fading that for Rosie.
Hmm.
It's a hit,
That is a hit.
doing 9 damage.
9 damage.
It's also toxic. Let me quickly find toxic.
Toxic.
Toxic 2 actually.
Toxic 2.
Yeah, it sort of staggers. And on a normal creature, you'd think this alone, like, yeah, no, this should be stunned, right? Should go down and stun. It seems to stagger, but not quite go down.
Okay, that's my turn because it takes me a full action to dismount.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, it takes me a half.
Okay, no, that's fine. Faye, what would you like to do?
Well, I saw Falcon shooting at Scribe, and Scribe then just jumping 10 meters.
Hmm.
That's not normal.
Yes.
Faye has
So-
jump
so-
speed.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, it's just like you blink and suddenly the scribe has moved forward 10 meters. It is now petting one of the Svergax. Pets, 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 pets.
Wait, Swan guys don't get petted.
Yeah, its hands are currently getting eaten by something.
No, it seems to be
Yeah.
petting a Svergak.
Oh.
That is what Faye
Yeah,
sees.
Yeah.
In
Ah.
her don't forget Faye's like tripped out. Also, this appears to be like brightly littered hallway with like little flowers growing everywhere and like grass. There's a small bunny in the background.
Hmm.
You hear bird
I would-
songs.
I don't think I have any reason to, like, fire at this guy. Well, no, as a tripped person, I really don't think I'd have any reason to draw my gun and shoot at him.
This is the thing. You've seen Falcon shoot the scribe, and it's just like harmlessly pinged off him.
Okay, yes, that that would give me cause to shoot at it.
Okay.
I have quick draw, so I can draw my last weapon.
Well, I say Falcon, but he's actually a giant bird. He's actually a giant falcon with a gun.
This is why he could do a barrel roll in my vision.
Yes.
He was doing barrel rolls in your vision. He was doing commander rolls for everyone else.
Okay. That was fair enough.
Oh, I will first roll d10 to see if I can do anything with +4 -40. With a -40.
You know, as you do.
You were also shooting into combat.
I have target selection.
Never mind then.
You get, however, a +10 for the Harry command, right?
Yeah, yes.
So -30 in total.
Hmm.
Well, that +10 for the thing, -40, and all the other bonuses.
Yeah.
No, subtract 30 from that. Should have been a minus. So 78. 87. It's still a hit.
Yeah, it's still a hit. Roll me damage. And is there anything else in this scope? There's rifle.
It's shocking. And lance. And you get a huge penalty to dodge.
It doesn't try to dodge. Yeah, you're like, yeah, this is like what you think would have been a satisfying blow, and just seems to stagger it slightly.
Wait, that was 3 degrees of 4 degrees of success. Is that 2x3 10? Yes, huh?
Yeah, I think so. That doesn't Righteous Fury, but yeah, what you would normally think is like, yeah, that's a killing blow. It seems to stagger it. The rest of you see like a giant chunk fly out of it, but it doesn't seem to care. Where did I hit? Yeah, it just like a giant chunk out of its side just goes spiraling out and doesn't seem to care. Prism.
Yeah. I will also take a half aim and a shot.
Oh, also, I got it reversed. Nobody gets a +10. That thing gets a -10 to dodge.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
My bad.
that's fine.
To hit, I take a half aim. It's well, I think it's point blank now. Standard shot. Size modifiers?
No, it's normal human.
Okay. So -20.
Yeah.
Flip. Still a hit.
Roll me damage.
6 damage, and it's flame. With a -20 to agility. Oh, god damn it!
Unfortunately, that's not going to set it on fire. Falcon, what would you like to do? This thing seems to not care about your pathetic shots.
I'm gonna shoot it again. Think.
Well, why not just slash it with your with your awesome blades?
That's not stunning, though, is it? I'm not trying to murder the damn thing.
By the way, that is a little bit more damage. Those are 6 degrees of success, so those are 9 damage.
It's in combat with me, right?
No.
Oh, it's right next to me,
Yeah,
right?
it's 1 meter away. Falcon, as you're looking, you know the first shot you hit it with
Mm-hmm.
seems to have like healed over at this point.
Okay.
So no
You know-
peeking yet.
Even though that was a successful roll, can I just say that's probably not... I'm probably not going to do anything just by shooting it again, right?
Probably not. I mean, you could shock it again.
I could shock it again, and that would probably be a shocking right there. So I think that might... Did like, the shocking do anything? Was
Yeah,
like,
it definitely... The
I'm
shocking...
immune.
It didn't stop it, but it was a lot slower.
Okay, let's give it the good old shockingness then.
Cool.
And here I was worried about killing it.
To be fair, I was too. I just wanted to weaken it a bit, just in case.
So that's a single
I hit-
shot.
I replaced that 6 with a 7, making that 11.
That seems to stun it for a moment. From maybe a 2.
Quick, tie it up!
It seems to be stunned at the moment. It then just, Dragonfly.
Sparks, grab it. Maybe. Is my spell get with me, or is it just Dragonfly who got his?
I think
Hers, thank you.
I think only Dragonfly brought hers with her
Okay.
because you were combat
Mhm.
rolling everywhere.
Yeah, you can't combat roll and the bag of spell.
Or
Maybe
can
you can.
You can't.
you?
Unfortunately,
Or is that-
Svergax-
Well, you
It's not very
could,
tough,
but
yeah.
it tends to get you crushed in the meantime. So it's
Svergax
not
cannot
really...
combat roll.
Cry.
They
But what if
do
they
not
got-
care enough.
What about a
They,
spell
they,
back
they
with
probably
more
can,
natural
but
ability?
they don't care enough to do that.
All Svergax cannot combat roll because they don't care.
Yeah.
Many a clansman has tried to make a Svergax combat roll, and all have
Mm.
failed.
You know what you have to do now, Dragonfly?
Take it down and put it on the ground.
No, fucking teach Thorngath how to combat roll, come on.
I can get them to roll over, but combat rolling is a different story.
No
But
problem.
Serene, it is your turn. I'm waiting on you.
Mhm.
Yes.
I will have Rosie try to take it down.
Okay. What is that?
Quickly looking it up for its exact rules.
Awesome. I haven't opened a rulebook tonight. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did open only war, but then I rolled like something really pathetic for something. It was like Psychic Phenomena, and I rolled like a 9. I was like, yeah, no, that's not doing anything.
Where is it? It should be knockdown. There it is. Oppose strength test. If the attacker wins, the target is knocked prone.
That is a fail by about 2 degrees. So make your roll. Yeah, that's
Success.
yeah. That knock. So what does it do now?
It is knocked on the ground. I'm going to have Spike move up closer to the beast,
Mm-hmm.
just to be safe, and Dragonfly will move in to try and contain the beast. It's stunned, so I mean,
How are you going to contain it? Like, this is a genuine question.
Cut its arms and legs off, tie it up as a torso, and then
It
drag it with it.
regenerates quite fast.
Well,
When it's a torso, it won't be able to resist us cutting off its arms and legs again, will it?
actually,
You-
I don't have any way to do
We
that.
have, we
because,
have, we have
You have a
cuffs.
shovel. You have
Yeah.
the 917 trenching tool.
Do we have paralytic venom as well?
yeah, Rosie's bite, but Rosie used its turn to take it to the ground.
Ah.
Just use the cost you have for Trellian or Martin.
That's Peepo, not Dragonfly.
We still have those cows.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll use those.
Don't fit very well.
But it's better than
Something.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Faye, what would you like to do? The scribe has fallen over, and it does not appear to be able to get up.
Good. They will just then wander off in the direction where it came from.
Like everyone's like screaming and yelling. It's like, take it down, arrest it. And Faye's like, just like whistling to herself as she walks off. Brismane, what would you like to do?
Yeah. That is now a point where I wish I had some trank, but which I don't.
You could make a Medicare test to cut its tendons in like a surgery.
Yeah, that would have been the next thing. Do I get any modifiers on that? I
It is.
have my medikit.
Yeah, that applies.
I have my comrade, who is, due to comrade upgrade, counts as trained assistant.
That applies. Basically,
have
the
my-
normal modifiers for first aiding someone.
Okay, cool. That is a plus 30 for me.
Make the test then.
Mm. Those would be 4 degrees of success.
Snip,
No,
snip, snip, snip.
5. Mm.
Yeah, 4 snips at the appropriate locations.
Mm.
You don't suspect that'll last very long, but it will certainly stop it for a moment as it comes back
Yeah.
around to Falcon.
Hey. So it's on the floor. A couple of people are trying to pin it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of people and a couple of swim guys.
Well, one person and a couple of Surngags. And your sniper is wandering off.
I guess I'll pile in with some rope.
Tie up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we have the wire from the grappling hooks.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that's fine.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end combat because I can't see this going on very much longer.
To be fair, my next turn I was gonna order Spike to break its bones as well.
Yeah.
Jump.
Like, it seems really be able to regenerate really, really fast. That's why the shot it face hits is like he already's like stopped bleeding.
Mhm.
Despite the fact there was a massive chunk. That should have been a kill shot on a normal person.
Yeah.
There's a bit of an issue because it keeps regenerating as you like cut off tendons and do various other things. But eventually you manage to subdue it enough so that you can transport it for a short period of time.
Okay. Let's
Immediately to
let's get-
Xavier.
let's get the thing back to Xavier as fast as we can.
Yeah, you take it into camp. People run. Small children start crying. Some old person falls over. A lot of people make the sign of the Aquila. And then you eventually bring it back to Xavier.
Babies.
I
God, have they never seen a
Basically,
horrific mutant before?
I think we just became heroes for subduing this terrible beast.
Clearly.
Xavier looks at the subject. He's certainly developed very, very good regeneration abilities.
Yes.
His arms are still. He's already cleaned up the mess from before of the thing. Also, all the crystals have gone.
Okay.
Like, they're no longer on the desk. They seem to have gone into his lab. Yes, I think I'm going to have to put this one into cryo storage with a lot of drugs pumped into his system. Thank you very much. I shall keep the arrangements we had. And he takes the subject into the Chimera. And then
I
it
give
closes
them a
up.
thumbs up. Right, so we had a brewery or something to go and visit, did we not?
Yes,
Yes,
that will
indeed.
be next session.
Cool.
So I can actually plan and make it a small mission. Like,
Fair enough.
so, I think I'm going to call it there, 'cause unless anyone else wants to visit any contacts briefly.
Nope.
So I have
not
the Black markety dudes with the guns to do next week, and I have the brewery to do next week, which is all fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
That's cool.
what XP are you guys at now?
Oh, how much XP did you just get then?
I am at 3,900. That includes some playoffs again.
Yeah.
I'm at 38.
I'm at
The last you have pinned are 3,400.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of us have had like a lot of fucking
Yeah.
extra XP.
So yeah, I'm gonna start dropping it down to 100 XP per session.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't want you guys to get into ridiculous land of XP, but still want to give you XP every session.
Yeah.
So that should bring you up to 3,500 as the party base.
Mm-hmm.
And the votes.
Ooh. I honestly, I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
I'll come back to you then. Serene?
How about you?
Gray?
I will also vote Dio.
Sigh. Tim?
Yeah.
I really don't know. Maybe Dragonfly?
Balto?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing who did some awesome stuff this session. Well, actually, star of the session would be Brismer.
And
He
Ian?
did a lot. He did a lot of talking. So
I will also vote for Brisnet.
Okay. So, Dio and Gray, you both get 50 XP?
Yeah.
Yay!
I'd like to synchronize the aid.
Yeah, why not?
But yes,
That's important.
I hope you've enjoyed. There's going to be another
Mm-hmm.
camp session, which is going to be the brewery stuff.
Fun.
I think it was about time to give you guys the opportunity to get more brewery stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You seem to really like the brewery stuff. So,
Hmm.
would you like to roll
yeah.
for the actual brewery this session?
Yes.
Yeah,
This
sure.
will be for this session and next session,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
Well,
I could do with a survival roll of Dragonfly to harvest more resources.
Sure. What bonuses do I get for that?
it's the normal modifiers you would have for dealing with your Sogek.
So I think only loyal.
Yeah, I
Which
think
is,
only in
what,
Royal.
plus 10?
Yeah. Nope.
Well, final fate, because it's the end of the session.
you have 3 fate points.
Yes, I do.
Jesus.
Awesome.
way too
Yeah.
much.
Okay. Wow.
How many degree of
That's it.
success is that?
5?
6, I think. No, it's 5. It's 5.
Plus 25 then on your trade brewer, Gray.
Trade. I use trade chemist for it.
Okay, that's fine. Trade chemist.
25, you said?
Plus 25.
Cool.
I believe
Um,
Falcon can aid you if you trust him enough.
Yeah.
Can I aid you somehow?
On that,
Hey, what
I
means-
aid you.
Does Hayden have trade brewer or trade chemist?
No, but can I aid you like somehow else?
Have both.
I have my diagnoser.
Yeah, I can give you a plus 5 as well.
Probably help. Yeah.
If you can
I
think of a
have
way for Hayden to help,
foresight.
I will allow it. Yeah, foresight can apply here as well.
Hmm?
Sorry.
Well, I'm currently at a plus 55.
Fair enough. If Faye or Hayden can think of a way to aid,
Pour
I
in
don't
more, pour in random stuff like solution number 5.
I have no, fuck you. I have sleight of hand that can manipulate things faster.
Give me a sleight of hand roll then, please.
No.
Spend that by point.
I
You know
mean,
what? Yeah, actually, yes.
I mean, I am already at a target of above 100. So,
You are now maxing out, Grey, on your
okay,
bonuses.
cool.
Ah, but what about?
Okay.
This is the best fucking shit you'll ever find in your entire goddamn
How
life.
many degrees of success is that?
I think 11 or 12.
I think 12. So that is 6 barrels.
Wow.
I'm assuming you want me to message you in between. By the way, just random. You want me to message you about the Sforniak Dragonfly thing?
Yeah,
Between sessions?
between sessions.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah,
Cool.
and we can do that next week. I know there's a few bits and pieces which I haven't planned and I want to do stuff with, so doing that next week makes sense. I've just realised there is a distinct lack of a contact.
Just once I want to roll on an actually important roll.
No, Gray, you're not allowed.
Yeah, I know.
So, would that have been best quality Spitfire if you rolled a 1?
Pitfire always counts as, I think, good quality.
Best quality.
It counts as
Best
it
quality.
currently counts as best quality because it's so rare.
Yeah, because we're the only ones that know how to do it.
Yes. Well, it's just the rarity of it is like it doesn't necessarily mean it is best quality Amasec. It just counts as best quality to various people because it's so rare, and it's like this weird spiced wine. Amasec.
I want to use one of the barrels here that we have for putting that red solution in it and see what happens.
Okay.
I'll want to try and experiment.
Okay.
I give you one barrel. You can
Yeah.
paint
Well, I mean,
as you wish.
Brismere, look. Put some of this solution in the barrel, as much as you think is gonna be like not outrageously dangerous, right?
You have no idea what the solution is.
Yes, but
Yeah.
still.
It's also red and
can
glowing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, you are going to put the stuff we recovered from the Tau base in?
Yeah.
Can I make a trade or scholastic law chemistry test to figure out what it could be doing?
Yes.
Can I get any modifiers on that?
You have your 10 minutes prep, but no other modifiers.
Okay, so diagnoser doesn't help?
No,
Okay.
Diagnoser doesn't even know what it is.
Okay, yeah. That.
It just like you put it in it, it's just error.
Okay. That is rather unpleasant. Let's see what else could apply. No.
Just roll it.
Yeah,
Roll
just
it.
try.
Yeah. Nope. No
Yeah.
idea what it is.
You still have
Okay,
fate
look.
points?
Hmm?
Still have a fate point?
I actually do have one fate point left.
Might as well try the
Oh
reroll.
yeah, let's reroll it.
End of the session, doesn't really matter.
Nope.
It's
Okay,
red and
look.
glowy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So just check like the concentration of stuff in this compared to like water, you know, and put in as much as you feel like would not be like too much, just in order to add like a nice reddish color to this nice amber amethyst.
Okay. I mean, it is already probably orange and glowy.
Oh, good. It's gonna be
It-
even more red now.
Yeah, it's not glowy per se. It catches the light very well. It looks like amber a lot of the time. If you
Yeah.
Um,
Can I probably test Medicaid to see how much I consider safe? Or trade cook?
yeah, give me trade cook actually.
Okay.
That makes sense, actually.
Hmm?
That makes
Can
sense.
Of course.
That is yeah.
Yeah,
So-
just add some.
you have this sudden realization that you realize that you have no idea how this stuff reacts to pitfire at all.
Yes.
So instead of like risking an entire barrel, you take out like a single glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
You putting a few
that's
drops?
clear. At most a flask.
Yeah.
Of that I'm preparing.
You putting a few drops, and the liquid starts to rise.
To what?
You put a few drops into the amasec, you mix it. It goes kind of like a purpley color.
Okay.
It's still transparent and it still catches the light like pitfire,
Mm-hmm.
but then it starts to rise.
It rises.
Yes,
Like how?
Okay,
Like
get-
how?
like it's
out of
going up.
area.
No. It's not like foaming. It's like rising up out of the cup. Like it is
It's
slowly
just-
floating.
It's just floating. I use the cup to catch it upside down.
Yep, you turn the cup upside down, you put it down. It doesn't seem to have very much lift. It just seems to be lighter than air. Ever so
Okay.
It's lighter than air.
like ever
Yes.
so slightly.
Oh, okay, yeah, catch all of that. Yeah.
You have to
I'm
turn the
gonna-
cup up and put it back down. It's like, this is a problem.
No, it's fine. It's
Um,
fine. Just put it in a bottle and put a what's that?
What do you call it?
You know, I'm fine with this tasting that.
Hmm?
I'm fine
No,
with this.
no, you're not fine with tasting that. I'm bringing this to the snake pits. I'm letting them taste it.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That
if
that
you
is a
want
very
to.
Xavier thing to do, but do report what it does.
Okay, because
I will.
I haven't decided what it does yet, I will allow
Yeah.
you to test it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just currently in a upside down shot glass.
Yeah. Any sort of weight on it seems to keep it in place.
Okay.
Like even if you put it in a normal cask and just put like a layer of water on top, it just seems to keep it.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So, so yeah. And yeah, I will call it there. Thank you everyone very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I shall see you next week.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.